What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch-along. And today is the London Derby. London Derby with a difference, people. Supposed to be a title challenging game. Instead, it's the runner-up Derby, people, which not the most glamorous of games, I got to be honest. But listen, I still want Arsenal to win today. And you know, we have to build our confidence going into that Real Madrid game. I saw a little bit of the Real Madrid game yesterday, not all of it. 2-1 win over Villarreal. I mean, listen, they're a great team, but they do have weaknesses. But the problem is we have weaknesses ourselves. So how entertaining will today's game be? Big up to everyone locked in. Hope you're well in the chat. Get the likes up. Let's get 3,000 likes today. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's get the numbers up as well. We're going to talk about the starting 11 and our thoughts on that starting 11 and whether Arteta's picked the right side and so on and so forth. The headline news really is that Martinelli comes into the side, which is fine. You know, we need him to get into some sort of form. He does have that pace, and I do think pace is something that can cause problems, especially against the likes of Real Madrid. But the problem for me is Nwaneri is the guy that suffers because of it. I did say in the preview that I wanted to see Marino come out of the team today if Martinelli came back in. And it hasn't happened, unfortunately. We've ended up in a situation where Nwaneri is the fall guy, 17 years of age. Easier to leave him out than Marino from a political point of view. You know, it's very easy to leave the youngster out. I'm a bit disappointed. I would have liked to have seen Nwaneri. Nwaneri for me has been our most exciting attacking player since Saka's come out of the side. He would have actually been the main player that I would have been playing. If anything, it would have been the other ones that would have been getting dropped. So a little bit disappointed with Nwaneri not starting today, if I'm being totally honest. He's been that excitement, I think, in this Arsenal team since he's been out. So will be interesting to see how we get on. Let's go through the Arsenal team. David Raya in goal. Been fantastic for Arsenal this season. Disappointed to see him get lobbed the other day, but it happens. Jurriën Timber at right back, who for me has been one of the best right backs in the Premier League this season. Fantastic season on the back of such a major injury. England's very own Miles Lewis Skelly. England call up left back settings. He starts today ahead of Calafiori, which I think is expected. The two centre-backs, Gabriel and Saliba, I think that's up there as the best centre-back pairing in world football. Genuinely, I would go as far as that. I think you're looking at Konate and Van Dijk. Maybe if you've got a fit Militao next to Rudiger. But one of the best centre-back pairings in the world. Let's hope we can keep them at the club. Partey comes back in next to Declan Rice. Martin Odegaard goes back in as captain. Zinchenko was good in the week. Odegaard needs to prove a point, man. You know, his shooting has not been good enough. His performances haven't been good enough. We need something from him today. Front three, it's listed as Trossard on the left, Martinelli on the right, Mikel Merino up top. Listen, you guys know my opinion. Every time Arsenal kick off, I want them to win, of course. I'll support the team. However, I don't agree with Ethan Nwaneri being on the bench. I just don't agree with it. I think it's... I don't want to be too harsh on Mikel Arteta because for all I know, Nwaneri's got a knock and he's not 100% fit. But I just think it's a very easy sort of... a little bit cowardly, if I'm being totally honest, to leave him out. He's been our best attacking player since Saka's come out. I don't see how you can justify Nwaneri being on the bench for Martinelli playing on the right. Martinelli, play Trossard, Martinelli and Nwaneri and have a front three that at least is going to be busy and active. But yeah, I'm very, very disappointed that Nwaneri is on the bench. You know, he didn't deserve to be dropped. But he's gone with experience, and you find a lot of managers do that. You find a lot of managers do that. They'll drop you know, they'll drop somebody that's young because you're not going to say anything, you know. So, yeah, he's gone with Trossard on the left, Martinelli on the right, and Marino up top, people. Again, I mean, if I was going to this game today, I'd be very disappointed I'm seeing Marino up front. It worked at Leicester. It worked away at PSV. Outside of that, it hasn't really done anything. The Arsenal bench, Neto, Kivior, Tierney, Ben White, Zinchenko, Jorginho, Butler, Calafiori, and Ethan Nwaneri. Raheem Sterling not able to be in the squad today due to his loan from Chelsea. He's not able to play against his parent club, so no Raheem Sterling after his man of the match performance in midweek thing. Yeah, he is, and he's actually suspended as well now for the first leg against Real Madrid. So basically, you're not going to see Raheem Sterling for a little while. Maybe he's going on holiday to Jamaica, people, you know. Messi was playing in Jamaica the other day. So maybe he's going on a little holiday. What will happen? I saw a story, actually. We're going to go through some of these stories, then we'll come back to the team news and so on and so forth. Big up to Donation King. Big C, I got a challenge for you. Is the goal thing coming up again? Why does it do that? It is. I don't understand it. It just does it at random moments as well, and just starts jumping around. Hopefully, it's a good thing that we're gonna get goals, but I wouldn't bank on it. Let's go in the Chelsea team. Cole Palmer out, injured, people. No Cole Palmer. Are Rangers playing Celtic? No. I need to watch a bit of that. What channel is that game on? I don't mind watching a bit of the Old Firm. Let's get that on now. 1-0 to Rangers. Wow, 13 minutes gone. We'll watch that until the Arsenal game starts. Arsenal game starts at 1:30. So we've got a little bit of time, people. Don't react to any goal. I mean, it might be a 0-0 draw anyway, to be honest. But big up to you, Donation King. Richard, look at the Prem table from week 29 of Emery's first season here, 17-19. You will realise just how awful this season has been. False league position. Somebody sent me a picture of something like that. Yeah, it was interesting. And big up to Julio, new member. Big up your damn self. We will have a member stream during the international break. We haven't done one for a while, so we'll definitely do one. It's part of the charm goal, exactly. Big up Static in the chat, bro. Hope you're well. Let's get the likes up. Already 1,500 of you in the chat. No, apparently it's an illness, Cole Palmer. I think he was just scared of the smoke, man. He knew what time it was today. He said, I don't want nothing to do with it. London is red. No Cole Palmer. He's destroyed a few FPLs there, people. A few FPLs are in trouble there. I know a lot of people got Cole Palmer in the squad. And he ain't in the squad today, which is not a good thing for Chelsea. Although the way he's been playing, who knows, people? Who knows? Do you know the thing, Donation King? I'll be honest. Somebody did that before in the chat. Oh, I'll donate this if you don't react to any goal, and then they didn't donate anything. So, you know, let's just keep it moving. It might be a 0-0 draw, then I don't have to react. Then I still expect the dough, bro. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Oggy said, see, just a few left backs and goalkeepers away from winning it all. Just a couple more and we'll be there, people. Oh my days. Rangers should have scored again. Took it around the keeper, blocked off the line. Waiting for the Madrid game. Hope we don't embarrass ourselves. Yeah, I don't think we will. Not defensively. Cole Palmer out with a cold. It makes sense. I respect it. Carabao Cup final watch along. We're there, bro. I said it, so it's happening. Back to back. Back to back. Well, Donation King's trying to challenge me. Don't react to any goal and he'll donate 250 quid. But someone did that once and they never paid up. And it mashes up the stream if you don't react, you know. So, higher. Go higher and then we'll see. You know what I mean? And some up front. You got to pay money up front, you know. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the Chelsea team. Sanchez, Reece James, Cucurella, Badiashile, Fofana, Levi Colwill, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Pedro Neto, Jadon Sancho, and Christopher Nkunku. The Neto that we should have signed, people. We got Norberto Neto instead of Pedro Neto. Yeah, exactly. You want a deposit, you know what I mean? You got to put something down on that, bro. Are you going to go to the Bernabeu for the Real Madrid-Arsenal game? I want to go to one of them. We'll see. We'll see. It's hard to get tickets. Very hard. They don't give you a lot of away tickets in the Bernabeu. And you're stuck up in there right at the top. Maybe. We'll see. What I want is... What I really want is to see how the first game goes. What you don't want to do is go to the Bernabeu if you've lost 3-0 at the Emirates and you're going there for no reason. You're slapped already. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. I wouldn't mind going. Go Steel, big up. How would you feel if Emery gets to the quarterfinal and Arsenal don't? Well, let's be honest, bro. We got a harder game than them. So, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. He's an expert on European football. Would anybody be surprised? Emery's got the second leg at Villa Park. So if he can go to Paris and get a solid result, bring them back to Birmingham, I think it could be a close game. If they can handle that game in Paris, they've got a chance. Leahy said, I plan on going to the Bernabeu. Some of those tickets are 1,500. That's what I'm saying, man. I ain't paying them kind of prices, man. I'm not doing that. Yeah, Turkish messaged me. He wants to do OG's road trip. He wants to drive over there. You know? Oh, we're already in the quarterfinal. He means semi-final, actually, if we get through. It's just about the tickets, really. If the tickets are stupid prices, man, I'm not on it. But we'll see. We'll see. It would be a good road trip. OG's on tour, people. Driving to Spain. Make sure the car don't break down, though, yeah? But hey, we're here. Big up everyone locked in. We're gonna get into... There's a few stories actually going around. Some good, some not so good. This is Arsenal, of course. And listen, half of these probably aren't real anyway, but you know, it's interesting. And you're right, yeah, Emery was PSG manager, so he'll have a lot of motivation. You're right. I did always predict we'd end up in the Bernabeu. I said we'd end up in the Bernabeu with Eddie Nketiah. We've actually ended up with Mikel Merino. It could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, Marcel, you can drive to Europe, bro. You get the, what is it, man? You get the ferry. You drive onto that ferry. It takes you over to France. Then you start driving through, man. You're there, bro. But hey, right, we've got a few things to talk about. This story is scary hours, people. This one is like hide behind the sofa settings. I believe if this... Yeah, Eurotunnel. You know what I meant. Ferry, Eurotunnel. Yeah. If this story happened, I'd probably do a 12-hour stream just to get over it. If this story happened, I think I would have to learn a foreign language and support another club. Arsenal linked with Darwin Nunez. Just take a breath. Just say woosa, woosa. Rub your earlobes. It's got to be made up. It's not a good source, I'll be honest. But I've heard it before. So that's the only reason I'm like, I've actually heard this story before. From a better source than this guy. Yeah, exactly. We had that link last year. I'm telling you now, if Arsenal signed Darwin Nunez... That would be me done and dusted. I'd say, nah, that's it, Thierry. It's done. It's done. We're out of credit. Can you imagine? Can you imagine buying Darwin Nunez off Liverpool? Crazy. These stories scare me because Liverpool will probably do a cut price deal. The only reason I don't think this would happen, number one, I just pray that we wouldn't even want this guy anyway. The thing that makes me think it wouldn't happen, Liverpool apparently rejected close to 70 million from Saudi in January. So they're going to want at least 70 million pounds for him. Surely we're not that stupid. The only way somebody would look at Darwin Nunez is if it was a cut price deal. Yeah, can you imagine having Havertz and Darwin up front? We're literally a donkey sanctuary. Oh, my days. Do you know the interest? It's funny how football works out because before Darwin went to Liverpool, I actually thought he was going to be a good player. I actually thought his game suited the Premier League. He was quick. He was strong. Scores goals. Very passionate. Good age. I thought he might do really well in the league. And I actually thought that Klopp, his style of football might suit him. It just hasn't worked out for him. And I always used to kind of say, I was always of the feeling that, nah, there's a player there. There's a player there. It just needs to click. Well, it certainly hasn't clicked. It just certainly hasn't clicked. Apparently, Slot wants to get rid of him in the summer. Just looking at his numbers at Liverpool, 5 goals this season, 11 last season, and 9 the season before. They're actually worse numbers than Kai Havertz. So this guy's actually worse than Havertz, which is, I didn't think was even possible. No. Listen, it's a bad source of info, so hopefully it's made up. I can see Liverpool fans in the chat, you know, take him offers, Marcel, all of you, Shaquille. Shaquille's Arsenal fan, sorry, but Marcel and a few other Liverpool fans in the chat saying, take him. We got hoodwinked. 2 Shrek donkeys up front. Can you imagine? Nunez not worse than Havertz. But his numbers are. His numbers are. Like, his numbers are terrible. Jesus, Nunez, and Havertz. The front three of nightmares, people. I could see him going to another league and doing all right, but the Prem ain't for him, that's for sure. That would be a terrible, terrible bit of business if we did that. I don't believe we will. Richard said it's devastating that we are the ones who need to sell Tomiyasu because Arsenal would definitely sign him. We are that type of club, aren't we? We really are that type of club. Like, Tomiyasu is... It's mad. You get these players where... I remember that first season, Tomiyasu, I thought, wow, for 20 million... Early 20s, can play right back and centre back. This guy is a really good player. And then injuries have just taken over him. And then you get caught up in a situation where you can't sell him because he's injured. No one wants to buy him. Something that Arsenal desperately have to change. Arsenal have to stop signing players because of money. And what I mean by that is Arsenal have to become an attractive proposition to players so that they don't have to overpay them on wages to get them to sign for us. Because you end up in a situation where you can't get rid of people because the wage is so high and a lot of these clubs in Europe can't pay it. Just to give you an example, Luis Diaz at Liverpool, who most people would rate very highly in the Premier League as a left winger, he's on £55,000 a week. £55,000 a week. You would say a top left winger in the Premier League, 55 grand. We're paying 180 grand a week to Martinelli. We're paying Zinchenko 150 grand. It's crazy. We're paying players that haven't even done that much crazy wages. We've got to stop doing that and start becoming an attractive proposition. Because you tie yourself in knots, people. Tomiyasu's on 100 grand a week. How do you sell Tomiyasu on 100 grand with an injury record? How do you sell Gabriel Jesus on 250? Because we were a poor side and in Europa League and not winning anything, we've had to throw the bag at players that don't justify it. And then you can't get rid of them. And this is the problem. This is why Arsenal don't often sell somebody for profit, because their wages probably tripled since they've come to Arsenal. So that's why we need, you know, Berta and these guys to really fix things at Arsenal. Eddie Nketiah 100 grand. Reece Nelson 100 grand. You know, these guys have not, they don't justify that money. So we've got to get away from that 100%. Throwing the bag at players. I mean, who would take Gabriel Jesus right now on the back of an ACL injury on 250 grand a week? How are you supposed to get him out of the club? Jesus will probably have to go on loan for a year, and then we'll probably end up getting rid of him on a free because no one's going to pay that wage. He's nowhere near that. Chris said, try selling Anthony that you paid 70 million for and pay 120 grand a week. I mean, yeah, Anthony's a terrible player. But at least with Anthony, he's having a decent loan at Real Betis. They might take him a cut price. The wages would be a problem, but yeah, it's a mad one. Waneri should have started with Martinelli up front. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Said it in the preview. Get Marino out of this front three. We're going to end up in the Bernabeu with Marino up top. I used to joke one day we'll end up in the Bernabeu with Eddie Nketiah up top. I mean, would I be wrong in saying it might have got even worse? It might have got even worse. Like, Eddie Nketiah is a better striker than Mikel Merino. So Eddie would be an upgrade on Merino. So I used to joke, oh, one day we'll be in the Bernabeu with Eddie up top. It's got worse. This guy ain't a striker. He can't run. If you offered me Eddie right now for Merino, I'd do the deal. It's crazy. We ain't even got a striker up top. It's wild. We're looking at the battles like, yo, Mbappe against Saliba and, you know, Declan Rice against Camavinga or Bellingham. And then we're like, Merino against Rudiger. And we're like, hang on a minute. That don't add up somehow, people. Imagine if Merino scored the winner. But I just can't see it. Get Speed up top. I'll probably take Speed up top. Would like to see Butler today. I mean, they must be destroying this guy's confidence. He can't get a kick. We've got a centre midfielder. Yeah, clip it. Clip it, bro. We're going to the Bernabeu even worse. We've got a centre mid up front. Imagine Rodri playing up front for Man City. Imagine McAllister playing up front for Liverpool. Like, actually think about what's going on. Imagine Enzo Fernandez playing up front today for Chelsea. Like, honestly, this football club, what they have done and put us... This football club, right, have actually flushed the title down the drain. I'm not saying we would have won the title this year even if we'd have bought a striker, right? Liverpool have lost, like, one game. Would have been difficult anyway. But the football club, to leave a major football club in this situation is scandalous. And the title race has just disappeared from us. And some people aren't talking about it. They think we're unlucky. Oh, we've just been unlucky with injuries. No, we didn't sign a striker. We should have signed a striker in the summer. We should have signed a striker in January. And now we're sitting here going, oh, Merino's up front. How is this accepted? They should be lined up outside the stadium. We haven't won a title for 21 years. You've got a centre midfielder up front. Centre mid up top, you know, and the title's just gone. Disappeared from us. Liverpool at Wembley today, playing Newcastle. We couldn't even get to the Carabao Cup final. We had no strikers. But hey, at least we got merch, a tour, and a dog called Win. Who don't win. I saw Joe Cole and Owen Hargreaves glazing Arteta. Yeah, it's scandalous, bro. It makes me sick. Makes me sick. You know why? Because these guys feel uncomfortable when they interview. Oh, we're going to interview Mikel after the game, so when you talk about him, don't be too critical of him. And you got guys like Joe Cole, who played for Jose Mourinho, and Owen Hargreaves, who played for Alex Ferguson, Sir Alex, talking about he needs time, get him a striker. Well, he's had 31 signings and $750 million to get a striker, bro. How long does he need? Anyway, let me not say too much. It's match day. They'll accuse me of being negative. Let's move on, people. Let's move on. Let me give you some news. Zubi. I watched that Zubimendi disaster class against Man United. I don't want to make a judgment. It's early. It's one game. His team aren't very good. I apologise. I'm not writing him off, I promise. But it wasn't a good performance. I'm going to be real. Zubi, you know, I got hyped off that performance in the Euros final. But that performance against United the other day, I was like, rah. This guy looks lightweight. I'm being serious, people. I felt like we had... It's like the Fabio Vieira of defensive midfield. People, I know Leahy said to me in the comments the other day he's a very good player. So let me not write him off. But I'm concerned. I'm putting it out there. If this deal collapsed, I wouldn't be unhappy. Is that harsh? Tell me, am I wrong, people? I'm always willing to listen to the community. I saw a Casemiro that can't move, that they're trying to sell to Saudi, just pocket this guy. Barging him off the ball. A Sociedad bumping us again, or what's going on here? I'm sorry, people. For me, cancel the deal, go to Newcastle, sign Bruno Guimaraes. That's what I want. Like Zubimendi, bro. I don't know, man. I'm not sure about this guy. People, let me know. Some of you have watched him more than me. Are you guys really that happy with Zubimendi? This guy looks so lightweight. Now, don't get me wrong. You can be a top quality player and be lightweight, but I've seen this guy getting dealt with by Casemiro and them, man. I don't know. James said Zubimendi was injured. Courtesy was rushed back. I'll give him, we'll let him off, but is he a Prem centre midfielder? The Prem and La Liga are totally different. You can be a beast in La Liga, come to the Prem and struggle. That guy is lightweight, bro. Honestly, that looked like the Fabio Vieira in the number 6 role. I said, yo, in the Prem, Decore away at Everton. Do you know what I'm saying? And these man here, I don't know if you're prepared for that, bro. I think he's another one of them players that will look pretty on the ball when we're dominating teams, but I think we need more power in midfield, not another lightweight player. Is he even better than Thomas Partey? I'm asking. I'm genuinely asking. I don't want to write the guy off before we get him because he might come to Arsenal and be a revelation. Baleba, baller. But Zubimendi, bro, I'm not so sure. That Baleba, when I seen him against Arsenal, I was like, yo, how do Brighton keep finding these guys, bro? 21 years of age. The guy's a tank. Guy's an absolute tank. But listen, if we get him, we'll support him, but I'm not sure. Well, listen, we get things wrong. When we were linked with Isak, I was like, yo, the numbers look meaty. Now I'm saying pay 120 million for him. When we were linked with Rafinha, I said, nah, it's too late. Now Rafinha's having the season of his life. So we don't always get it right. I'm here. I'll hold my hands up. We got linked with Rafinha. I said, this another Edu signing, man. Tax write-off. Look at Rafinha now. He's start for nearly every team in the world, the way he's playing. So I don't want to write Zubimendi off. But that little lightweight, timid midfielder, it worries me. That's not what I think we need. I think we need Bruno Guimaraes, mate. You put him next to Rice. That's aggression. That's ball-playing ability. That's technical ability. And that's power as well. So, David Ornstein said, though, let me read it out. I haven't even read it yet. As far as we know, Zubimendi is at a very advanced stage, and the anticipation inside Arsenal is that he's coming in. If that gets completed, it's a significant financial outlay, as will be the case if and when a striker is signed. There's also work to do, possible wide attacker, awaiting Naipan's decision, perhaps something in defence, 1 or 2 goalkeepers. Well, we couldn't miss a summer without a goalkeeper and another defender, could we, Ornstein? Also, although there will be exits, I'm not sure recruiting Zubimendi and Bruno Guimaraes would be feasible, even if Berta did want that. So Berta must want both of them, which is not realistic because you're going to pay 55 million for Zubimendi. You'd pay at least 70 for Bruno. And then we need a striker. Then we need a left winger. Zubimendi. Not sure about him. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm really not convinced by him. If you had to buy one, I'm buying Bruno. But Bruno will be tough to get unless Newcastle miss out on the Champions League, which then I think you would have a chance. Shaquille said, Big C, am I looking into this too much? But Berta came and heard about Zubi and then said, probably buying alongside Bruno Guimaraes. I feel Berta doesn't rate him by himself. Yeah, maybe. We still need a left back. Maybe 2. It's Arsenal, mate. We always need left backs. That summer is not good enough to win a league. I mean, if you pull in like a Zubimendi and Sesko, that don't win us a title. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Not with what City and Liverpool will do. That I don't think that bridges the gap. We're 15 points behind Liverpool. Zubimendi and Sesko don't win you the title. You need more than that. But we'll see. Only time will tell. Only time will tell, people. Let's talk about this one. I want to talk about this story. Let me read out these super chats. To be honest, Eddie was less efficient. Yeah, to be fair, I was never Eddie's biggest fan, but at least he can run. Big up Sam Bond. Appreciate the super sticker. Carl Regal. Why not try Calafiori or Waneri at 9? Marino. No. Yeah. I mean, Calafiori can't defend, so we might as well throw him up top. Big up Snake Eyes, man. Hope you're well, bro. He's gifted 5 memberships to Community Rangers. 2-0. 2-0 to Rangers away at Celtic. Man's doing the Vinicius Jr. celebration as well. The Old Firm derby is going off, people. 2-0 to Rangers. I believe this is the first game in a few years that they've been allowed away fans in the Old Firm derby because of all the fighting that goes off outside the stadium. Proper derby game. Do you know what? Actually, I need to go to one of these games. I really want to go to one of these Old Firm games. That's a great goal. What a flick on. Oh, brilliant goal. 2-0 to Rangers. What phase is Barry Ferguson in? Yeah, exactly. The winning phase. Although Celtic are top. But that's a hell of a goal. That little flick on. Anurag said, Zubi is okay, but honestly for 6, I would rather have Rice there. Bruno G at 8. Also, honestly, I think for 6, Tonali has been brilliant. Tonali, Baleba would be my choices for 6. Arteta wants a player that he sees as super comfortable on the ball in the 6 role. He wants somebody that we can play the ball through time after time after time. They'll come short. They'll get the ball in the way that Rodri does it. Now, Declan Rice is not necessarily ideal for that. But then you ask the question, why did you pay 105 million for Rice, who is a 6, if he wasn't the 6 that you wanted? And if you want Declan Rice to play in the 8, why didn't you buy a specialist number 8 that scores a lot of goals and is perfect for that role? So you've signed Rice as a 6, but he's not your ideal 6. So you're putting him in the 8. It's kind of crazy when you peep it. Rice got in team of the season playing in the 6 role for Arsenal. But listen, I love Rice as a player. I think he adds a lot to us, but they've got to figure out what his best role is in this team. He costs too much for you to be kind of messing around with his role in the team. It needs to be clear what he is. Big Z, Zubi-dooby-doo, where are you? When Liverpool fans were going crazy over Zubimendi, I was like, you know what? He's good. He looked good for Spain, but can he convert that in the Premier League? Let's see. I want to talk about this guy. Because for me, and I've got a video coming out, by the way, in a bit more detail. I'll be talking about strikers. This summer for me is unforgivable for Arsenal. And I'll tell you why. There's only 3 strikers that Arsenal should be trying to buy this summer. And every one of them is very difficult. The other 2 have release clauses. If Arsenal don't sign one of these 3 strikers, I think they've messed up the summer already. One is Isak, very difficult to get, but we should try. The second is Victor Gyökeres, release clause. I believe he's top goal scorer in Europe. He's done it in the Champions League. I've seen enough that I would pay it. The third one, it's a name we've spoken about before. It's this guy. It's Victor Osimhen. Now, I know people are not fully convinced, but I'm telling you now, this guy's on smoke. He scored a hat-trick for Galatasaray, and he's now scored 20 goals in 22 games. And I'm sorry, £63 million release clause. This guy's cheaper than Kai Havertz. Arsenal should be all over this deal. All over it. Remember, his agent met with Edu. But again, was this an Edu player, not a Mikel Arteta player? I know some people have said before, not fully convinced. 20 goals in 22 games with 4 assists. I know it's the Turkish league, but he's done it before. Even in the Europa League this season, 6 goals in 7 games. It makes so much sense we won't go anywhere near it, probably. 15 goals last season at Napoli, 26 goals the season before. It's a no-brainer. It's a no. If it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it. We'll go and buy Sesko, who's got 10 goals, just because he's tall like a giraffe. 63 million. Come on, man. What the hell are we doing? If we don't get Gyökeres, Isak, or Osimhen this summer, it's an absolute disgrace, honestly. EK said Isak, Gyökeres, Kane, Osimhen. I remember Dan Potts said Kane. I just don't think Kane would come to Arsenal, personally. I'm not sure how desperate he is, first of all, to leave Bayern Munich. But even if he was desperate, would he come to Arsenal? I'm not sure he would. But the way Arsenal operate as well, I just don't know whether they would sign Kane because of his age. He's on massive wages as well. He's got this £54 million release clause. I mean, he's 32 in July. I just don't think they would pay it anyway, even if they had an opportunity. You know everything with the Kroenkes' business and future sell-on clause. And would they go for Kane? Would Kane come to Arsenal? I'm just not sure. It would be great to do another Sol Campbell on Tottenham, but no, I don't see it. But this guy, man, Osimhen. Quality. He's just big, he's strong, he can run, he's good in the air, he runs the channels, he can finish with both feet. It would be a brilliant signing. Mamouche would have been fantastic. You know what? Mamouche is a player. Very good player. He's not really an out-and-out striker. He's more of a link-up striker. But yeah, I saw Mamouche the last few weeks and I thought, he's a clever player, man. Scored a really good goal yesterday. Ekatike, yeah, very intelligent player, man. I saw he was being linked with Liverpool. Was it Liverpool? Wow, what a block that is. Yeah, Eintracht Frankfurt. Oh, he was at the same team. Jeez, how have they got Mamouche and him all of a sudden? Got him from PSG, 13 goals in 24 games. He's exciting, clever player. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What about Villa's loanies? He can't stop scoring. Well, yeah, Asensio would have made sense, wouldn't it? Do you guys like Matoma? I think he's good, but they want huge money for him. They turned down like 65 million from Saudi. But Matoma's a very intelligent player. His numbers aren't great, but he's a clever player. Lay, give me a bit of Zubimendi hype. Come on. You live in Spain. You watch La Liga. I worried about that performance the other day. Said Zubi and Rice is a good problem to have. Why does it have to be one or the other? You need depth to win cups. Partey and Jorginho are leaving. I suppose I'm looking at it from this point of view, Lay, is that I think if he buys Zubimendi, I think he will play Zubimendi and Rice with Odegaard. Is he going to buy another midfielder on top of that? He's got Marino as well. I don't know. Listen, if we bought Zubimendi and Bruno, I wouldn't have a problem, but I think he'll buy one or the other. But listen, I trust, you told me he's a very good player, but he looked brilliant in the Euros final, so he's certainly capable of it, but would it work in the Prem? Let's see. Big Benz, did you hear Igal saying Rice over Camavinga? Listen, it's a tough one, that, because they are different players. I mean, it pains me to say I love Camavinga. I want Arsenal to... I wanted Arsenal to sign Camavinga before he went to Real Madrid. I heard the other day that Man City are in talks to sign him, and I was like, why the hell are we not trying to sign this guy? This is where Arsenal as a football club just annoy me in every single way. We need a midfielder. There's rumours Camavinga could leave. We should be desperate to get this guy. We should be making offers, but we won't even be in the running for him. I think Camavinga is an outstanding footballer. I really do. Imagine Rice, Camavinga in midfield. I love Camavinga. Yeah. Listen, I'd love them both together. I think Camavinga's played in bigger games and done it in bigger moments. So you would have to put Camavinga above Rice for me. Elliot said, sorry to burst the bubble, Curtis. Osimhen ain't coming. Gyökeres ain't coming. We'd be lucky to sign Isak. You know the rest, blood. Welcome to Arsenal, Benjamin Sesko. Why? What's the obsession with this guy? If I get in the press conference on tour, in fact, it's a wasted question. I was going to say I'll ask him, but Arteta doesn't respond to any individual player question, as I learnt the first press conference when I asked him about Mbappe. So I'd love to say to him, Mikel, there's rumours that Arsenal are going to go for Benjamin Sesko, but there are strikers available in Europe that have far greater goal-scoring records than him. But he will say, I'm not going to talk about individual players, you know. That was my Arteta impression, but wasn't very good. Half-time in the derby between Rangers and Celtic. It's Kieran Tierney, lad. It's Kieran Tierney, lad. Do you know what? If Tierney goes back to Celtic, which I think's all but done, I would love to actually go and watch actually with him playing for them. I definitely want to go and watch more football around the world. Leigh said Sesko may already be in the team by the time the tour begins. You're not wrong. That will just burst our bubble already, won't it? Imagine like Gyökeres goes like United or somewhere, Isak and Osimhen, and I'll be like, what? You watch, right? If we sign Sesko, you watch the hype that people give this guy online. People who've probably hardly ever watched him play. They'll say he's the new Haaland. It'll be sickening to watch. Kartik said, watch this team go to deadline day on the 31st of August, and we'll still be hoping they sign someone special, but be sure that goalkeeper will be signed. Juan Garcia, people. Juan Garcia. We're 11 minutes from kickoff. Gunman Khan, sorry, but Arteta is a criminal. Rice in the 8 is making people forget his quality. It probably is, bro. It probably is. This guy was team of the season in the 6. We want him to play like Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard. Speaking of midfielders, Ornstein also said on Partey and Jorginho leaving Arsenal this summer. He said, it's not settled yet. It's not settled yet, as far as I'm aware, but a very good chance it may be influenced by the status of potential arrivals in that position. Seems very strange to let the season finish without having a contract sorted, because they can sign a pre-contract agreement with a club outside of the Prem. Jorginho looks like he's going to Flamengo in Brazil. I think that was the club that he was connected with. Obviously, he's got Brazilian roots, despite the fact he played for Italy. No problem. You saw with Jorginho the other day, he's done at the top level. He's been an okay squad player. Apparently, he's very influential in the dressing room. Even on the tour, you can see he's a big character in this club. So, listen, here's what it is. No problem. But he's got to go. He's on 100 grand plus. He's gone. Partey, I mean, listen, you know my opinion on Partey. I've given you my reasons. I think Partey, in terms of how he's played this season, he's justified getting a contract extension, even if it's only 1 year. I wouldn't give him a long contract just in case he turns injury prone again. You would definitely say give him at least a year. However, as I said, I think there's different reasons why Arsenal are not giving him that contract, you know, and we've spoken about it before. Arsenal would give Partey a new deal the way he's playing. I just think they would. We've given contracts to players like El Neni, who ain't done nothing in a season. So why would you not give Partey a 1 year extension? I think they're worried about the off-field situation that is still ongoing. It hasn't been cleared one way or another. That's what we'll say. I'm never going to say we don't know what the case is. So Arsenal are probably thinking, imagine giving this guy a couple-year contract and that case blows up. It's a PR disaster. We know Arsenal love PR, right? They're the kings of PR. So, yeah, we'll see with that. Steve said Sesko has 24 goals in 56 games since the start of last season. Havertz has 22 goals in 58 games. They have a very similar strike rate. Yeah, I mean, you don't want a player who's got similar numbers to Havertz, do you? You're right, guys. Do you know what? I might have it all wrong. It could be wages. It could be wages because at the same time, I think Arsenal are looking to cut the wage bill so that they can bring in some big players who will obviously take big wages. When you look at Partey, I mean, he's 31. He turns 32 in the summer. When you look at his wages, Partey earns 200 grand a week plus bonuses. So they're probably thinking for a guy turning 32, he shouldn't be picking up as much money as that. So yeah, let's see. Donna said, Liverpool have been building a project since Klopp started. Slot landed on his feet. I'm a Man U fan and we see Arsenal building nicely. But I personally reckon your manager isn't ready to progress. I mean, I haven't spoken about it. And don't worry, I'm not avoiding it because you guys know that I would talk about it. I'll get it up quickly and quickly discuss it. This game starts in 7 minutes, so I'll just quickly talk about this for a couple of minutes. But Gallas has gone on TalkSport and basically had a go at Mikel Arteta and said that Arsenal won't win the league with him as manager. And as you can imagine, Arsenal fans are annihilating William Gallas. He said, I don't want to hear the excuses. That was the headline. He said, I'm not interested in the excuses. He says, the first year was good. The second year was better. He said, we've gone backwards this year, and he doesn't see Arteta ever winning the league at Arsenal. He said, sometimes you have good coaches, and sometimes you need a great coach to get across the finish line. He said, Mikel is a good coach, but I'm not convinced he will ever win a title while Arsenal manager. Listen, I don't think he's wrong for having that opinion. He hasn't done enough yet to prove that he looks like he's going to win a title. The argument used to be he can't finish above Pep. Pep's fell off for a season and we haven't been able to capitalise. So where's the evidence for any Arsenal fan to say, I think he'll win the league? He can compete, but obviously Arsenal fans can't stand Gallas. I'm not a big fan of Gallas either. The guy cried on the pitch like a baby when we needed leadership the day Eduardo broke his leg. So I don't like Gallas. Gallas went to Tottenham after playing for Arsenal as well. So there's no love lost between me and Gallas. As a player, I didn't like him, especially as we swapped him for Ashley Cole, who's the best left-backs ever played for the club. But let's be honest, he's speaking a lot of facts. This guy's won major trophies. So he had a very big football career. I've said before, there's a lot of things that Arsenal can't justify with Arteta. They can't justify him being the second highest paid manager. They can't. He's on more wages than Carlo Ancelotti. He's the second highest paid manager in the league and the third highest paid manager in the world. Only Simeone and Pep get more wages than Arteta, and he has only won one FA Cup. So, but hey, here's what it is. Sam Bond, Sesko can't even score 20 goals in a league where Timo Werner scored 28 goals. Havertz got 17 and Kunku got 20. He's garbage. The Premier League will eat him alive. Get the impression Sam's not the biggest fan of Sesko. And Doctor said, Gallas is out of order, but he's right. And I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't like Gallas, but where's the evidence to suggest this guy, Mikel, is going to win a trophy? A major trophy. But it is what it is. Who to replace him with, eh? Listen, ZA, I always say this. Would any Liverpool fan have said, go and get Arne Slot to replace Jurgen Klopp? Most of us would have gone, who's Arne Slot? Oh, yeah, he's done it in the Dutch league. He's about to lift the title. Embrace change. There are many top managers out there. Go and get Simone Inzaghi. Go and bring Diego Simeone. Go and get Ancelotti if he gets sacked. Go and get Zinedine Zidane, three-time Champions League winner. Go and get... There are plenty of options, my friend, is what I'm saying. Took Klopp 7 years. Klopp won a Champions League in 4 years. And he got to a Champions League final in 3 years. And he got to a Europa League final in 6 months. So that whole took 7 years for Klopp to win a Premier League title. doesn't mean much when you're winning a Champions League in Season 4. And you got to a Champions League final in Season 3. I'm just saying, if Arteta got to a Champions League final and got beat, he would have a lot of credit in the bank from me. Because I'd say, what? That's only the second Champions League final in our history. You didn't quite get over the line. So, embrace the change, people. Embrace it. But anyway, by that logic, Hargreaves and Cole were right. They love to cap, man. They want the interview to be all happy. And Doctor said, I can't imagine Berta taking this job without guarantees. We'll know what time it is with him this summer if we get Bruno, Gyökeres, or Zubi and Sesko. Somebody said it in the chat on Friday. They said Berta is being brought in to be here beyond Arteta. And I thought that's quite a different way of looking at it. Because they said Richard Garlick and Tim Lewis were desperate to bring him in. And I thought, that doesn't really make sense. Because I would think Arteta wouldn't want him there. Because he's probably quite a difficult character. But maybe they are planning for life beyond Arteta. But anyway, listen. Let's focus on today's game, people. Listen, it's not a title challenging game. It's probably the race to finish second. No Cole Palmer for Chelsea today. He smashed a few FPL teams apart by not playing today. But I want to see Arsenal beat Chelsea today. It's at our ground. It's basically a build-up to the Real Madrid game. We need confidence. Disappointed that Waneri's been left out the side today. However, let's see if Martinelli can find some sort of form, man. You know, these players have to do something for us if we're going to do anything against Real Madrid. So I'm going for a win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I don't think there'll be loads of goals today. Snake Eyes, apparently, from what I've heard, they haven't announced it yet, but apparently the Arsenal are going Hong Kong and Singapore on loan. On loan? On tour. Yeah, Hong Kong and Singapore, apparently. Give me a score predictions, people. We're about to get underway. I'm going 2-1 to Arsenal. I'll be disappointed if we can't beat Chelsea without Cole Palmer. You know, to be honest. But they have got a good midfield. Enzo and Caicedo. And Pedro Neto, Sancho and Nkunku. They're actually, we were linked with Nkunku quite heavily when Emery was in charge. And Neto, we were linked with him for years. Caicedo, I mean, he was writing a let me leave letter, telling us about his brothers and sisters, how he needed the move. See Unit, meet you in Singapore. Hey, big up, man. Yeah, on loan to Singapore. Maybe I'll support a team there. Might be more enjoyable. That embarrassing North London forever. I told you, man, just play some DMX. You know what I mean? 2-1. 2-1 to Arsenal we're going for. I want to see some decent performances. It's a bright day. Maybe Odegaard will turn up today. Curtis still comes stateside. We need a striker for my team. Sure on loan. Hey, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm ready. Here's Marino. Go on. Pass the ball. Here's Lewis Skelly after his England call-up. Up against Reece James. He's done well. Corner. Corner to Arsenal. Early corner. Lewis Skelly, the England international. Right, let's get comfy in the chair. We're just vibing today, people. It's just a vibe along until the Real Madrid game. Slot, bang, win straight away. Yeah, no messing around. Oi, oi, Singapore crew. Hey, big up, man. Big up. There was rumours they were going Japan, which I thought would make sense with Tomiyasu playing for Arsenal, but apparently they're not doing it. But we'll see. They haven't even announced it. Eros said not even watching the game. Well, it's a corner to Arsenal. Minute and a half in. Declan Rice in swinging corner. Remember Declan Rice, boyhood Chelsea fan. Released by Chelsea when he was, I think he said 14, 15. Headed wide at the near post by Timbot. Goes out for a goal kick. We need to beat these. Cormac said, is Skelly the real deal? You know what, right? I'm a massive fan of Lewis Skelly. I asked this question, I think, at the start of the week. Is Lewis Skelly the long-term left-back for Arsenal? Or do we still actually need to buy another left-back? I don't know. Does he want to play in midfield? Is he good enough to play in Arsenal's midfield? Here's Martinelli, right-hand side. Good ball in. Hot. Early chance. Trossard. Oh, my days. Should have hit the target at least. What is that? I thought he should have hit that first time. Great ball there. Lovely pass, Martinelli. Hit it. Ah, see, his first touch isn't good. The ball's bouncing. The technique's horrible. He should just bend that into the far corner, but his first touch, the ball's bouncing a little bit. Kind of cuts across it and it arrows away. That's a decent early chance for Trossard, man. Should have done better there. Buy another left-back and move Lewis Skelly into midfield. Does he trust him in midfield, though? That's the thing, you know. Does he trust him? It's Trent was a centre midfielder. And he's ended up as a right-back. Probably going to end up at Real Madrid at right-back. So it's worked out fairly well for Trent. He's won the Prem, won the Champions League. Should have hit the target. If I had $1 for every time he said that, Curtis, I would be retired. Well, it's Arsenal, bro. Our shooting ability in front of goal is not the best. I reckon he'll play in midfield when he's older, said New Music. Maybe. I think Lewis Skelly, listen, when this season finishes, Lewis Skelly's going to be one of the success stories of this season. That guy at the start of the season was a young player coming on the tour. You're now playing for England. Waneri, Lewis Skelly, Timber, Raya, the two centre-backs. That's been the real positive of this season, really. We haven't won anything, but at least some players have, stepped up and improved. For me, Gabriel would be player of the season. I think he's been our best player this season. Sean Big C, what is your relation to Jamaica? Dad's side. I wish I'd gone over. If I'd have known Messi was over there, I would have loved to have gone and watched that. Jake said, morning, C, just out of hospital, appendix rupture. Wow, infection nearly done me in. Made it. Jeez, man. Take it easy, bro. Take it easy, man. Glad you're locked in. Raya slices his kick in the air. What is that? Free kick to Arsenal. Daily Dapper said, Raya player of the season. Raya would be up there. Is Timber the best right back in the Prem? I think this year he's been up there as the best right back. Definitely. Trent hasn't had the best of seasons for him, really. But still, obviously, had some great moments. Jamie said negatives. The manager. And yeah, that's it for now. The manager, the transfer windows would be the downside. And I think Trossard, Martinelli, I think they've been very disappointing this season. Saka's injury, which obviously he can't help. I think Odegaard's been disappointing this season. Post-injury. He was decent before the injury. I think Calafiori and Marino, Sterling, Neto, all four of the new signings have been disappointing. So that's where I think we've got it wrong. Here's Robert Sanchez for Chelsea. He's not a good enough goalkeeper to play for Chelsea either if they really want to move forward. Saliba there just wraps up Enzo very easily. Partey has played well. He has. Who do you want to win the EFL Cup? Do you know what? I've got two thoughts on it. Right? I've got two thoughts on the EFL Cup. To be honest, I'm not that bothered who wins. But my thought process, number one, I was like, do I really want Liverpool to win, man? They've inflicted that pain on me this season where they're going to win the league. But then my thought process was, if Isak wins a trophy, does that do more for Newcastle to keep him? Because they can say, look, man, you've won a trophy here. Do you really need to leave? So then I was thinking, maybe Newcastle... I kind of want Newcastle to win a trophy. They haven't won a trophy for over 50 years. And I think they're quite a good club. But you know what will happen. Liverpool will beat Newcastle. I'm thinking, there we go. He hasn't won a trophy. We'll get Isak. And Isak will end up at Liverpool. So, I don't know. Maybe let Newcastle win it, man. Let Newcastle win a trophy, man. You know what I'm saying? They haven't won a trophy for 50 years, man. Only Champions League qualification keeps him. Yeah. But then them winning this trophy, it might spear them on for the rest of the season and go and get top 4. All of a sudden, if Newcastle got Champions League and won a trophy, Isak might be thinking, yo, this club's building. I'm not going nowhere. Now I get with the constant Jamaican dad jokes. Go, well, you know, as you get older, man, you know, them jokes start dropping. We should sign Timber's twin. Apparently he's good. I think Liverpool are being linked with him. I think Slot was his manager. Eyelids getting heavy. Well, I'll turn back over and watch the Celtic Rangers game. That was a proper game. David Raya in possession for Arsenal. Clips it long. Come on, somebody move, man. Just standing there watching the ball bounce. Robert Sanchez giving away to Martinelli. Come on, cook him. Do something. Cut inside. Bend it in. Oh, straight at him. Poor finish. Got to start that further out, man. Start that further out. Whip that in the far corner like Henry. Cucurella goes long. Chelsea on the break. Given away. That was poor. Goes out for a throw-in. Robert Sanchez. I told you he's not good enough. I feel like Martinelli should have made more of that. What a poor pass. Martinelli, left-hand side, cuts in. Tries to bend it in the far corner. Makes a bit of a mess of it, really. Got to get more power on that to beat Sanchez from there. Let's check the Celtic Rangers game. Oh, 2-1. Celtic got one back inside the first 4 minutes. That's game on now. 2-1 to Rangers. How do I keep myself awake watching this, says Hyde? Well, it's Arsenal, bro. I told you, they're a cure for insomnia. They just make you tired watching them play. Thoughts on Cucurella? I'll be honest, I thought Cucurella was completely washed up and done at Chelsea. He's actually had a good season. So I give him his credit. He won the Euros. Andrew, you still in England? Lack of creativity and attack is horrible. Are you at the game? I know he came over. V said, I no longer watch this Arsenal team. I'm just there for vibes. Yeah. David Martinelli should do more. That's been a common theme. You're right. You're right. There's a few empty seats. I can see a few little... You would never see empty seats at Arsenal-Chelsea. Chris said, Big C, do you think Haaland makes City weaker as more predictable? I think it's hard to say that, man. He's won the treble. I don't think City's problems this year are down to him. He scored over 20 goals. I think it's the rest of the team. And I always say with Haaland, you know, because a lot of people use this argument, oh, Haaland's just a tapping merchant. You watch Haaland at Borussia Dortmund. He didn't play like this. I think Pep's done this to him. Pep said, listen, play the width for the 18-yard box. Don't move. And you'll just score goals for fun. He didn't play like that at Dortmund. He had great link-up with Sancho. He used to run past people. It's the Pep effect, you know? Ball over the top, Timber and Cucurella. That's not a foul. Here we go. Surely, oh, it's cleared off the line. Sanchez, it's like pinball. Oh, Deckers puts it over the bar. Cucurella. Spanish Hugh Wizzy's going crazy. Got bullied there. I didn't think that was a foul. Good strength there. Look at Timber. Too strong. Sit down, Hugh Wizzy. Keeps it in. Drills it across the ball. Deflected about 4 times. Cleared. Goalkeeper punched it out. Came out to Declan Rice. That's why you don't want... let me not say too much. Rice has actually scored the last couple games. Come on, Deckers, man. You got to do better than that. I don't think that's a foul. Oh, my... Look, Martinelli got wiped out there as well. Get your head over that, Rice, man. You got to keep that down. Hugh Wizzy's going mad. Spanish Wizzy, man. You know what I mean? Cucurella. Shout out Wizzy. Big him up, man. Pray for Madrid. Yeah, pray for Madrid. They're not going to be able to live with us. With Marino up front. Chelsea in possession. Given away. Chelsea have looked poor so far. Yeah, there was an appeal for a penalty, I think. Cucurella handball, but he's saying he was pushed. Arsenal in possession. Good touch by Odegaard. Rice, 30 yards out. Shoots just wide. Are we going to turn Rice into the new Steven Gerrard, people? Because I think that's what Arteta's trying to do, but I'm not so sure. I don't mind that, man. People need to start shooting. Nah, big up Hugh Wizzy, man. Each and every time, man. I've always had this running joke that Cucurella is Spanish Hugh Wizzy. Shout out Wizzy, man. Declan Rice. I actually don't mind him having that shot. Bro, how is Cucurella trying to call that a foul? That could actually be handball. He don't hardly touch him. I'm telling you now, I think he's tried to win a free kick there. He's cheated and ended up handballing it. That could have been a penalty. But they didn't give it. Sancho, footwork. He should not be getting out of there. That's mad footwork. Oh, get up, man. It's embarrassing. Honestly, I think that should have been a pen. I think Cucurella's cheated to get a free kick. Ended up handballing it. How is that not being checked? Look at Timber. Hardly any contact. Not a foul. Hits him right on the bicep. That, for me, is a penalty. He's cheated to win a free kick. So why was that not given? I don't get that. Yeah, get your favourite biscuits ready, people. Your favourite rappers, your favourite computer games. We're heading in that direction. We're only 14 minutes in. It's already getting boring. Free kick to Chelsea. Chelsea just, I don't know. What is it? I'm looking at Chelsea's form. They won 3 of their last 5, 2 defeats. Chelsea should be up for this, man. They're hanging on to top 4. They should be desperate to get Champions League football. Graham Lasso said it was a pen. Yeah, I think that's a definite pen. He's cheated. Free kick to Chelsea. Reece James whips it in, back post, over hits it. Sancho, I tell you what, technically he's a silky baller. He just doesn't do enough. He doesn't do enough. Sancho at Dortmund looked like one of the best young wingers in the world. In the Prem, it just never happened for him. I thought it was a Man United problem, but it's not really happening for him at Chelsea either. Let me read these super chats, man. I missed loads of these. Amanda said Arteta in for banter, content, and meltdowns. Well, yeah, he's given me a lot of content to go mad at, to be honest. For the wrong reasons. Oof, Rice, he might have caught him there, you know. Head injury. Or was it Partey? Whack in the face there. I think that's Enzo. Let's see. I thought Rice caught him. Yeah, a little forearm. I think he's exaggerated it. Gunman Khan. Miles Lewis-Skelly is Baleba light. He starts in midfield if Arteta had IQ. Snake Eyes. Not Rayo after that free kick. I've deducted more points. He can't position himself for penalties or free kicks. Lewis-Skelly and Gabby for me. Big up C-Unit. Gang, we need to get Osimhen. Big up. Yeah, that Rayo free kick against Bruno Fernandes really annoyed me, man. He encouraged Bruno to score that side of the goal. Look at this, right? Look at this. This is what I can't stand. Oof, Partey. Look, they're doing a VAR check for a red card on Partey. Look, but when it's a handball and he's caught him there, you know. I don't think he'll get a red for that. I don't think it's high enough, but his studs are up. Don't you dare give him a red card for that. They're checking it. Nah, no red. I didn't even see that Partey challenge. Caught him with his studs up afterwards. Trossard looks like how it feels to watch Arsenal. Kung Fu Panda settings, man. He-Man, how is that not a pen? Oh, wait, we ain't Liverpool. Cormac, Curtis Wood Daichi put Cucurella in a headlock. Listen, mate, I'd try and put him in a headlock, but first of all, I'd shave that hair off his head and stick it on my head. Ginger genius, mate. With that curly top, it'd be incredible. Unbelievable, mate. I'd look like Mick Jagger. Anyway, Cope said, watching Arsenal play is an ad for Nescafe. Big up. Bro, I'm actually watching this game now thinking, I'm looking forward to the cup final watch along. This is just like, I always say, this is just like the bread that comes out at the restaurant. You're waiting for the main course. This will just get you through until the starter comes out. There's Trossard. Honestly, I joked when I called this guy Stella or Trossard. But if you told me that this guy drinks before every game, I'd believe you. What is that technique? Look at that. I mean, he kicks the ball like a Sunday league player that works on a building site that's been out till 5 in the morning. I used to look at Trossard and go, oh, technically one of the best players at the club. What a finisher. He can't even kick the ball. That little bit of grey in the hair. I don't know what's going on with Kung Fu Panda right now, people. He looks knackered. He's playing knackered. He's playing like he's drunk. Get this guy a handbook. Go home, learn Arabic and sell him. Get him to Al Ittihad. They were the team that wanted him. He can't take on fullbacks. But the one thing that I always rated about him was, oh yeah, but technically what a finisher. He can't even kick the ball. This guy needs to go in the summer. 1 year left on his deal. Bin him in the summer. He's served his purpose now. 27 million. Get rid of him. Raj said commentators are saying poor decision by VAR. It should have been a penalty. Yeah, I think it should. It was handball. Is Martinelli. Skips. Go down. This is a pen if you go down. Why did you stand up? That is brilliant play. I'm convinced Martinelli gets a penalty there if he goes down. There's all sorts of... That's why I keep Martinelli instead of Trossard. Trossard can't do this. Skips Badiashile. Look, he's pushing your fall to the ground there. I think you get a pen. He's pulling your arm and everything. That's what you need from Martinelli, but I need a bit more end product. I need a bit more end product. Junior, I think low IQ attackers, bro. Real talk. What he should do is bring Waneri on in the second half. Martinelli looks sharp, man. They're crowding Robert Sanchez. They obviously think he's a rubbish goalkeeper. You only do that to bad keepers. Flicked on. 1-0 to Arsenal. Mikel Merino. I've always said he's got a great career ahead of him as a striker. Odegaard with the corner. Merino flicks it on. He's officially going to play up front for the rest of the season now, people. So those hopes are well and truly gone. Merino, great flick on. 1-0. He's going to run around the corner flag. His trademark celebration. Number 23. That is a lovely finish. I can't lie. Oh, great goal. That's like, it reminds me of a corner on FIFA. You whip it in with power at the near post and flick it on. That's a brilliant goal, you know. I'm not even going to lie. Lovely goal. Really good flick on. Mikel Merino Osimhen. Deserved lead. And, yeah, the Martinet, Drogba-esque. No, I'm not even lying. That's a fantastic goal, you know. Look at Timber, man. Timber, for me, should be team of the season. When they do Premier League team of the season, I think Timber should be the right back. Imagine if we didn't buy a striker and kept Merino up front next season. That's a fourth goal in 7 appearances. That's always my concern with Arsenal. Odegaard assist. It's a snot assist, people. Pillow foot delivery. To be fair, the ball was running out of power. Did he mean to put it at the near post? First set piece goal in the Prem since December. Which is crazy. Chelsea will bounce back. Nah, you won't, mate. Yo, Big C, I saw Messi score live in Jamaica. Was you there? Oh, my days. That looked epic. What made me laugh is that, obviously, the crowd is full of Jamaicans. It's a Jamaican team that are playing against Inter Miami. And when Messi scored, the whole crowd's going mad. But it's the GOAT, innit? GOAT tax. Look at Timber. I love this guy's aggression. You don't see this guy trying to buy cheap free kicks. He's so good. He is so good. I feel like Odegaard's going to get going now. Like, he'll kick into gear. I told you, the sun's out. It's cold, but the sun's... Oh, Martinelli, why did you go backwards? Oh, oi! Saliba gets bullied to the floor. Enzo over the top. Lewis Skelly, well done, lad. Trossard. That's a good ball. Declan Rice. Come on now. Let's punish them now. Hey, I like that. Declan Rice and Fofana have a little scrap. Let them know, man. Let's have a little scrap. I don't mind Arsenal having a little fight with Chelsea. There's no love lost here. What year do you predict you turn into an NBA channel? I just need to do NBA on the channel. The playoffs are coming up. That would be a great time to start. Did he stamp on him or something? Yeah, little kid. No, that's naughty, you know, I'm telling you. Yeah, VAR check, man. Look. He stamped on the back of his leg. Zoom in on that. Why are you showing it from so far like you can't zoom in? There we go. I mean, that's... Oh, they're not doing it. They're not going to. The Partey one was naughty as well, so they're just going to even it up. But I can see why Rice was annoyed, man. Stamped on the back of his hamstring. Not even a yellow. Jerome said, big up Big C in the community. No new striker incoming. Great goal. Listen, man. Just shamelessly win us the Champions League. That's all we need, Marino. Set piece tax. We'll take that. Free kick to Arsenal. Here's Trossard. Do something, please. That's not bad. He's got it back again. Cross was blocked. And Nkunku challenges him. Chelsea have really made him... Oh, well, have they made him look a bad player? But Nkunku was a player that I thought had so much ability. PSG ripped it up at Leipzig. He just looks such an average player for Chelsea. I reckon they'll get rid of him soon. Look at Lewis Skelly. Unlucky. I mean, he's fouled him, but Chelsea on the break. Here's Neto. He's got no support. He's going to get clamped by Gabriel. Forced it. Great work. Forced all the way back from the halfway line to the goalkeeper. Sanchez clips it long. Arsenal have the ball back. Oh, ball over the top. Here's Enzo up against Saliba. Hey, he knew he didn't have the pace. So he shoots from 30 yards out and it goes wide. I'm telling you now, depending on how much we're up for this, that's actually quite poor from Saliba. I told you sometimes. Saliba's so calm, it's like he forgets that he has to actually get the ball. He thinks the aura is going to get the ball by itself. If we're on it today, we can beat Chelsea heavily. It depends how much we want to go for it. Nathan said, funny story. Reason I missed the live Friday, I lost my phone jumping and cheering for Messi's goal. I mean, it's horrible to lose your phone. If you're going to lose your phone, you know, losing it for the GOAT. Not bad, really. I'm assuming you lost all your videos and pictures, so there's probably no evidence you was even at the game, which is sad. Hopefully you posted the pictures somewhere. But what an occasion to be at. 1-0 to Arsenal. Mikel Merino, lovely header. Flick on at the near post. While Sam said, Merino goal, similar goal for Saliba versus Brentford away in 22-23 in the black and gold shirt. How sick was that shirt, by the way? Like, that shirt was so legit, man. They should have kept that shirt for 2 years. It was like that shirt, didn't they say it was the fastest selling Arsenal away shirt ever? Like, but after 12 months, you're changing it. They should have kept that shirt for 2 years. We loved that shirt. I was convinced we were winning the title in that shirt. Is it Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday? Wow, it's all going off. What a day of football, by the way. You've got Rangers Celtic. That's got to be a yellow card. Trossard gets wiped out there. That's got to be a yellow. Was that Caicedo? No, Fofana. And look, he's the same guy that just stamped on the back of Rice's leg. He should have been on a yellow already. Look, man, that should be a second yellow. He should be off. Caught him on his shin with his studs up. Has he even got booked? Surely he's got booked. I think Fofana, I think they paid way too much money for him. Way too much money for him. He's not a bad player, but black and gold was beautiful. What a shirt, man. What a shirt. We're lucky Cole Palmer's not playing. Let's be real. Palmer don't do much against Arsenal anyway. PSG, Marseille, and Atletico against Barca. Oh, what a day of football, man. Got the Carabao Cup final. Here's Neto for Chelsea. Clips it to the back post. Cucurella keeps it in. Fofana should be off. He should have been booked twice. Chelsea look really... they look really like... I don't know. They look like they're not motivated. But we need to punish them. It's not our fault. I'm surprised they're not motivated because they need Champions League football. Did he not even get booked for that? Surely, you can't tell me he's not on a yellow card. I thought he booked him. Somebody just said he didn't even get booked. Let me check. How has he not been... Oh, my, you didn't even book him. How can you put 2 challengers in like that and not get a booking? That's unbelievable. Not everything is a yellow. Bro, stamped on the back of a man's hammy, then studded him on his shin. How in the modern game is one of them not a yellow card? That's unbelievable. Big up LSU, man. He's gifted 5 memberships to the community. Really appreciate that, bro. Big up yourself. Forever a gunner. Curtis, choose one. Striker and 2 centre mids, or left wing and 2 midfielders. I'm taking the striker. I need a striker, man. I'm sick of watching. Oh, my God. Who's that? Oh, it's Colwell. Clatters Trosser. Oh, you want to book someone now, yeah? I think he megged him as well. Did he meg him? Boop. I mean, he didn't even make that much contact with him. Fofana's tackle's actually worse than that. Yeah, he doesn't even make that much contact with him, really. The Fofana one's worse. Jeez, by the way, I forgot we were sponsored today. Better not forget that. Big up, people. Shout out to Proton VPN. Scan the QR code in the bottom corner. Use the code CurtisShawTV for 3 months off the 12-month plan. Shout out to Proton for supporting the channel. Good job. People were putting in the comments there. Hope Proton aren't tuned in. Nah, big up. No, if you are tuned in, big up Proton. Make sure you get it. I've got it on my phone, people. It's a must. It is a must, people. And hopefully we'll be working with them beyond this season as well. Scan the QR code, people. It's pinned in the comments as well. Free kick whipped in by Odegaard. Good free kick. It's cleared by Caicedo, and Trossard dummies it out for a throw-in. And it's a throw-in to Arsenal right in the corner. Down by the... I think they're appealing for a penalty, Arsenal. Is it Marino? Let's have a look at this. What happened? Well, Timber got pushed to the ground. I don't think that's a penalty, to be honest. Oh, no. Timber's hurt. Why are they all around him like this? Is he all right? Every time Timber's on the floor, I'm worried. He's limping as well, and he's holding his knees. And he's limping. What happened there, man? He's holding his knee, man. What's going on here? If that fraud has pushed him and injured him, I'll be fuming. I think he's all right. A little grimace, man. I think he's all right. The guy's a warrior, man. I think he's all right. He's walking. He's limping a little bit, but he's a soldier, man. I worry when I see Timber, you know what I mean, injured. Ref didn't even check that for a possible penalty either. Lewis Skelly's class on the ball, man. I'm sorry. You can just tell. Look at him. Look at the way he just shifts there, look. There's no doubt in my mind that Lewis Skelly can play centre mid for Arsenal. No doubt in my mind whatsoever. Look at him. Look how comfortable he is on the ball. Look, little drag back. Just keep it. He's got no worries having the ball. Between the lines, he's checking shoulders. Go on, Martinelli. Take on Cucurella, man. Odegaard. Lays it into Timber, who looks like he's fine. He's moving better now. Ah, Timber, you might be offside. Is he off? No, throw into Arsenal. The one thing I will say now, we need a second goal. Chelsea look poor. I don't want us to be at 1-0 for too long because they've always got a chance of nicking a goal. They have got some good players. We need to score again. Gabriel over the top, looking for Martinelli. Chelsea look flat. We need to punish them. Ah, silly foul to give away, Partey, man. On Neto. What? Neto's on the left. Sancho's on the right. Surely they'd be better the other way around. What we got? 13 minutes till half time. Marino with the goal. Big C, how do you rate Anelka? I always say Anelka's one of my favourite Arsenal strikers, to be honest. Listen, when Thierry's saying that naturally Anelka was a better striker than him, you know how good he was, people. He was unbelievable. I think Arsenal just don't talk about him because he played for so many other English clubs. It doesn't feel like he was our player. He played for Chelsea. He played for Liverpool. He played for Man City. He must have made a fortune from signing on for Odegaard. Great first touch. Lays it in. Oh, Martinelli. That is my biggest problem with Martinelli. That right there. The lack of composure there is frightening. Great touch by Odegaard. Rolls it in. Just touch it. What is that? Honestly, bro, that is so poor. Gabriel got caught by Enzo. I don't think that's a yellow card. There's no malice in that. That there is everything that's wrong with Martinelli. In space, just drill it across goal. The man's skying it near post, miles over. Punish them, man. Here we go. Odegaard into Marino. Aye. Well, Martinelli, actually. Good footwork. Skelly. Oh, it's too casual. You can't do that. Too laid back. Caicedo finds Cucurella. At times, you can see that Martinelli was signed from, like, the 4th division in Brazil. He has zero composure, man. I don't know how he doesn't hit the target there. Here's Sancho. You're going nowhere, mate. You're getting no joy out of Lewis Skelly. I'm telling you, none. They should start Lewis Skelly for England, honestly. They've picked Dan Burn and Lewis Skelly. Play Lewis Skelly at left back, man. Start him. Hybrid Zoko Badger. Anelka was my favourite. I dislike what our fan base did to him. I mean, listen. They criticised him for going to Real Madrid at the time. But with the Anelka money, we signed Thierry Henry and we built a training ground. So let's be real. If Anelka never left, we'd have never got Thierry. Would Anelka have ended up at Thierry's level? Probably not. So we won at the end of the day. We signed him for 750 grand. We sold him for 22.5 million and signed Thierry Henry, the greatest player that, in my opinion, has ever played in the Premier League. The best Arsenal player I've ever seen. So I got no problem with Anelka. Anelka was a bad boy striker at Arsenal. Look at Ian Wright on the overlap. He said when he saw Anelka, he knew his career was over at Arsenal. He was that good. He was crazy, bro. I loved Anelka. Bad boy player. So quick. Unbelievably quick. Curtis, you didn't rate Henry when he came to Arsenal. I can neither confirm nor deny you, Ross. I said, yeah, I don't want him. I thought he was just a quick winger from Juventus. How wrong was I? Not a bad player in the end, was he, Thierry? Chelsea on the attack. Is Neto 25 yards out. Shot block chance on Kunku. Great block. Cucurella with a shot. Oh, my days. David Raya spills it wide. Yeah, you're lucky. That's why he said, wow, bro. That's why you ain't my player of the season. Because them little stupid errors there. How is he not catching that? Cucurella, ball's in the air, volleys it. Straight at Raya. He spills it. It goes about half a yard wide. Oh, my. If that went in, oh, my days, I'd be shouting. I would be going mad. Wow, Celtic have equalised 2-2. I'm watching the wrong game, right? Neto whips in the corner. It's high. Raya manages to catch it this time. Fair play. Throws it out. What you got, Martinelli? What you got? Lift your head. You're in. Oh, 2v1. He never got hold of the ball. Caicedo plays it back to Sanchez. I rated Henry when he's in Monaco. Now, do you know what it was? I never saw that vision of Henry playing up front. I rated him at Monaco. At Juventus, he was not great, man. And I thought, I don't know, you know. Because remember, anyone who remembers at the time, Arsenal were being linked with Trezeguet. So I'm looking at the time thinking, Henry's a left winger for Juventus who's struggling at the moment. And Trezeguet is a bad boy goal scorer. So I'm thinking, we need the goal scorer, man. Go and sign Trezeguet. So when we signed Thierry Henry, I was like, but we need goals, man. This guy's quick, but he don't do that much. Thierry, in the end, didn't turn out too bad at Arsenal, I suppose you could say. Hey, that's why I'm just a football fan, people. I'm just a football fan. Don't hold me accountable. We'd have never got Thierry Henry if it was down to me, so I apologise. But Trezeguet was a bad boy. Imagine if we had both of them. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, it didn't turn out too bad. I always had this feeling that Henry was going to be our manager, but I don't know if management is for him. He squares up to players and that. Atalanta v Inter. Oh, man. We got some mad games today. This is like the dream football day. You just sit on the sofa, you get your dinner, and you just chill. You know? Just chill and watch the football today. Arsenal-Chelsea. Carabao Cup final, Liverpool-Newcastle. Atletico against Barcelona. PSG against Marseille. Here's Jadon Sancho. Finds Cucurella left-hand side. Yeah, it should be a timeout. Honestly, I should just come off the stream for 3 minutes. Still waiting for another Theo Walcott from you guys. It's been a minute. Theo Walcott. Probably one of the most frustrating players I ever watched at Arsenal. He actually got good numbers at Arsenal, but I don't... He's one of those players that just... I don't know what it was about Walcott. He used to wind me up. Without sounding disrespectful, because I met him on the tour. Oh, rare. If that went in, man, that would have been a calamity. Walcott was a low IQ player as well. The amount of times I saw this guy run the ball off the pitch, and I used to sit on that side of the ground. So I was like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? But then he'll pop up with a big goal, and you'll be shamelessly like, Theo, Theo, Theo. I'm like, good job he didn't hear what I was saying about him 2 minutes ago. I think it wound me up because they dressed Theo Walcott up as if he was this, like, regen Thierry Henry and gave him the 14 and that. You know what I mean? He was a bit like Martinelli, but he probably better goal scorer. But yeah, man, he was rapid. I'll give him that. Chelsea on the attack. Neto knocks it past Gabriel. Not happening, mate. That's why Gabriel is my player of the season. The guy's a beast. Corner to Chelsea, though. They are growing into the game. He was rapid. He was. Could have had Bale and got Walcott. Yeah. Yeah. There's been many of those where we've bought the wrong player. Wiltord was a better player at Arsenal than Walcott. I mean, he didn't produce the numbers of him, but as a footballer, I'd put him above him. Wiltord was class. It's just we had Thierry and Bergkamp. He had to sit on the bench. We had too much quality. But he scored 100 goals, Theo. Yeah, I have to respect it. I have to respect his numbers still. Not many players get 100 goals in an Arsenal shirt. But we signed him at 16. He was there for time, wasn't he, so? Ox was good. I liked Ox more than Walcott. I thought Ox was going to become a top player for Arsenal. I was really disappointed when we lost him to Liverpool. That injury at Liverpool ruined him. You think if Ronaldo came to Arsenal instead of United, he would have been as good? It's hard to say, man. I feel like that winning mentality at United made him what he was. We became a bit soft where Wenger was playing pretty football but not winning. But Wenger would have developed him well, I think. I think he would have been good, but I'm not sure he would have been as good if he played for Arsenal. But then at the time, I think we still had Henry and that, so maybe. Imagine having Ronaldo and Henry in the same team. Here's Jadon Sancho for Chelsea. They are growing into the game a little bit. This is the thing that irritates me with Arsenal, right? We've been much the better team. We go 1-0 up. We're playing well. You're like, keep it up. Go and finish them off. And now we've retreated. Look, Marino's dropping back. They're all dropping back. Now Chelsea are dominating. I wouldn't say dominating, but the pressure's on us now. And we've retreated. It's like we want to win the game 1-0. I don't understand it. Oh, once again, Saliba, man. You're too casual. Chelsea in possession. Bruno. Enzo Fernandez shoots over the bar. I don't know what's going on with Saliba. Does he think that he's just wrapped up in like aura and like, I don't even have to tackle you, mate. I'm that good. The ball's just gonna... It's so casual. Bro, that's a dangerous challenge, man. I said 4 weeks ago on the player ratings, Saliba, I don't know what's going on with him, but he's too laid back. He's too laid back, bro. Oh, yeah. I'm so good. No one's going to tackle me. My aura will just protect me from getting challenged. Oh, you've took the ball out. He's just stood at Nkunku there. Luckily, he clips the ball before he does it. I love Saliba, you know. Of course, we all love Saliba. But, brother, defend properly, man. Because right now, he's done this for a few weeks. Keeps having these little lapses in concentration. Bro, I don't understand it. We've been totally the better team. The game's there to go 2 or 3-0 up and go and secure it. Instead, we're camping now in our half and just encouraging Chelsea back into the game. There's a Chelsea player down injured. Ref don't want to stop the game. No, he has now. He's landed on his back. Fofana. Streets won't forget Rio Miyachi. Yo, he's old school, man. Had it been an Arsenal player, it was red, said HR. Bang. Oi, right on the side of his back. Found some cash. Raya, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Odegaard, Rice, Saka. Ignoring youth, these are the only title-winning players we have. The rest can go. Let me just figure out who you're leaving out there. No, he said ignoring the youth players. Listen, I wouldn't disagree with you if a lot of them other ones got sold. Havertz, Trossard, Martinelli. Ben White's decent, but I don't see how he gets back in the team. Ben White, I think Timber's better than him, to be honest. Defensively better anyway. I do like Ben White going forward. He links up very well with Saka. But I think Timber is better defensively. Is Odegaard a title-winning player? It's a bit inconsistent, man. I like... Ability-wise, he is. But the performances this year have been poor. But it would be very expensive to upgrade him. The thing I would say with Odegaard is if we had a better team, I think he'd be a better player. Which isn't great. You want players who can just perform anyway. But I think if you've got a better striker and a better left winger and the midfield's got more balance. Look at Saliba again, man. Fix up, man. I think you get a better Odegaard. Come on, Martinelli. Take on Cucurella, man. Run him. Send that curly top spinning. Go on, run at him. Run at him. Drill it. Decent ball. Here we go. Finish Trossard. Hit the damn ball. What kind of pass is that? This Kung Fu Panda fraud, mate. Send him back to Brighton on the Pebble Beach. What kind of beach doesn't have sand on it? This guy Trossard, man. Book his flight. We're sponsored by Fly Emirates. Put him in an Uber, send him to Heathrow, and go and sign. Sign for the club of your choice. That's a good ball in. Look at this. Shoot. What are you doing? What kind of pass is that? The ball's bobbling. What is going on with Trossard, man? Seriously. Sort your feet out here. One touch. Get the shot off. First touch is poor. What is going on with Trossard? Trossard is having a stinker. Absolute stinker. The thing that I actually rated about Trossard was his technical ability, and even that's letting him down. Here he is again. Oh, well done, mate. That's it. Just dribble the ball out and give them a throw-in. He's been absolutely awful. He has been awful. I don't know what's going on with that guy, seriously. Rangers 3-2 apparently. That is a cracking game. Rangers were 2-0 up. Celtic got back to 2-2. Oh, what a goal that is. The first Old Firm in... Oh, what a goal. Top corner. Yeah, I'd get Ethan on for Trossard, man. That guy is having an absolute stinker. Half-time whistle goes, people. 1-0 to the Arsenal against Chelsea. The only disappointing thing would be that it's not more than one, to be honest. Mesut Ozil's at the Emirates. Mesut Ozil. What a player he was. Let's get the half-time tweet out. Good half. Felt like we sat back. After scoring, Chelsea look average. Let's get a couple more goals. I think we played quite well. The only disappointing thing for me is that it's 1-0. And that gives Chelsea a chance. It only takes one long shot, one set piece. I think we should be 2-0 up at least here. Some of the I don't like questioning referees, but very lucky for Fofana not to get sent off. Or at least he should have. He's had 2 challenges that were borderline reds, but definitely put together would be 2 yellows. But, you know, it is what it is. The Partey one was naughty as well, if I'm being honest. But it's what it is, people. What are you saying? Ozil 11, Ozil 10. Yeah, when he first came, because Wilshere had the 10, didn't he? So he played in the 11. He was unbelievable. I think we wasted Mesut Ozil at Arsenal. I'll be totally honest. I said this a long time ago. I used to argue this all the time. Mesut Ozil was arguably the best creative midfielder, number 10, in world football, along with probably David Silva at the time. And we wasted him. You know, you don't buy the best creative midfielder and have an average striker. It made no sense. Arsenal are just a massive contradiction as a football club, to be honest. You don't sign Mesut Ozil and then have Giroud up top who can't move. Ozil needs a striker that can move, that he's going to play through balls, going to go and link up with. So we didn't get the best out of him. We just didn't. He was brilliant with Sanchez. Their link-up was outstanding, but we wasted Mesut Ozil. Then by the time we got a decent striker, Aubameyang, Ozil's game was sort of falling off. So we just never got the best out of him, which was frustrating. Arsenal have been doing this for years. When we had Cesc Fabregas, we needed a beast of a CDM next to him to protect him. We didn't do it. When we had Cazorla, we needed it. We didn't do it. By the time Cazorla left, you signed Thomas Partey. Now you need the creative player. Now we're desperate for a Fabregas, for a Santi Cazorla. So every time we get one piece of the puzzle, it's like one of them's missing. We had so much sauce with Ozil and Sanchez. Bro, and this is what I say. I might sound wrong for saying this because we are in a better position now than we were them times there. We weren't even getting second or not on a consistent basis anyway. It's like I enjoyed watching Arsenal more then. Like, this team is good and there's some excitement and we're challenging for the league, which is positive. But we need a bit more seasoning. This is just plain rice and plain chicken. We got a little bit of seasoning, but we need a bit more, man. This team needs to be spicy. You know what I mean? I need some spice in this team. Some flavour. Some hot pepper sauce, man. I need that winger that makes the crowd stand up because he's dropped 4 step-overs and nutmeg someone. I need that striker that's just hit it from 25 yards, crossbar and in, goal of the season. We score very similar goals. You know, we score very similar goals. If you look at Arsenal's goals, they're very similar. We don't often score goals that are just completely off the cuff. Most of our goals look coached, if you know what I mean, which isn't bad, but I want a few goals that look like they're just wild, where a man's just gone, yo, just give me the ball, man. I've had enough. Bam, bam, bang, top corner. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need in this Arsenal team. Alexis Sanchez had that. Aubameyang had that. Van Persie had that. That's what we need. We need that in the summer. We don't need 5 or 6. Well, listen, Saka is the chili sauce, but we need, you know what I'm saying? We need a bit more on the other side and the striker. We need a bit more. And Saka's had a big injury now, so who knows? Somebody's got to take some of the pressure off him. K Hayes, big up Don Curtis and the Goated community. Happy Sunday from a sunny and warm Grenada. Don Curtis wants Arsenal to eat some Caribbean food. Well seasoned. You know what I mean? It's Sunday. When we want our dinner, we want seasoning. We want flavour. You know what I mean? I don't want plain dinner. That's where I'm at with it. But we had that donkey flavour. But no one knows what flavour that was, bro. I don't know what was going on. Is Odegaard even playing invisible as usual? I mean, he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been bad. He just maybe hasn't been on the ball as much. But he did get an assist at least. Imagine Sanchez, Aubameyang and Ozil up front. And the thing is, we signed Aubameyang because Sanchez was going to United. You needed to add him to him. How did we never get to watch that? How amazing that would have been. They will start zooming in on Yova again. Yeah, finally got a set piece goal. Red card, surely. Who was your standout performer in the first half? People asking. I don't think we had one player that was the standout. I think the back four. Saliba's actually been our worst defender today. He's been so casual. Trossard needs to come off. I want Waneri on within 10, 20 minutes. North London forever, Steve. Question, Curtis. Let's do pre-contract for Gyökeres. 75 million, then 70 for Bruno Guimaraes and 55 for Nico Williams. We allegedly have 300 million war chest. Clearly, we need a prolific goal scorer. Steve, the only thing I would say, Steve, all that war chest talk, we've heard that for 10, 15 years. If they're saying 300 million, it's probably 200 million. But listen, I mean, you've just Gyökeres 75, Guimaraes at 70, that's 145, 55 on Nico Williams. I mean, I'd take that. That's a striker, centre, mid, left winger. But I doubt very much we've got 300 million pounds to spend in one window. I just can't. I can't see it. But I'd be happy with those players. Definitely would take them. Sanchez and Ozil combo was straight demon time. I always say I went to West Ham away. I'm sure you'll all remember the game. Alexis Sanchez hat-trick. I think we won 5-1. It was the first time I'd been to West Ham's new stadium. Yellow kit, Puma. And I remember sitting there that day. I went by myself. I remember just watching him. And I went, he's unplayable. Like, he was unplayable the whole game. And it wasn't just the goals. He got an assist. He set up Ozil. And then he scored the hat-trick. Yeah, you're right. You see it? The chip. Where he just fake shotted it and just dinked him. But it was every time he got the ball. I remember watching him thinking, he hasn't had a bad touch. I haven't seen him give the ball away. He's strong. He's quick. He can dribble. He was just unbelievable how good he was. I remember watching him that day thinking, you are one of the best wingers I have ever seen at Arsenal. Honestly, he was another player that we didn't make the most of. He was that good. You've got to build that team around him and win the title. But again, he had players around him that weren't good enough. Mary said, don't rate Raya. Few little mistakes, man, that make you think I don't know, but he's had a good season, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. All goalkeepers make little silly mistakes. You just got to make sure he doesn't make them too often. Guimaraes is almost at the end of his prime. I don't think so, you know. I think sometimes we get carried away with age. How old is he? 27? Bruno Guimaraes is 27. I'd say he's at his peak. Centre mid as well, man. Look at Scholes. I'm not saying that Bruno Guimaraes is on Scholes' level, but you look at them midfielders, they're still cooking when they were 20, well, when they were 32, 33, 34. So I have no problem. I think Bruno is out there. Is the goal, this goal thing, I might have to take it off. It's wild. It's just got a brain of its own. I might have to delete it. It's winding me up now. Maybe it's telling us we're going to have a goal fest second half, people. If only. Vitinha at PSG. That guy is a baller. Like a serious baller. Yeah, Vitinha. He's outstanding. I love Pedri at Barca as well. He's ridiculous. Them man there are so good on the ball. We've got to be aggressive this season in the transfer market. We've got whatever we want, we've got to do it early and quickly. You once had a different template. Well, as I said, people, this is my own template. That one that I was using with all the graphics, I was paying quite a lot for it each month. And I was having some issues with it. The actual graphics themselves are good. Very good. So big up to the guys who were helping me with that. But it was just, I was having issues with it. And I thought, I'm paying for it and I'm having problems with it. What's the point? The exciting players aren't in exciting positions. That's a great point. Our exciting players are like Gabriel and Saliba and Timber and, you know. So, yeah, we need that front line needs heavy, heavy investment this season. Well over 100 million needs to go into that front line. One area for Odegaard should happen, but won't. It'd be nice to see him in that role. Taking a punt sometimes helps. Nobody wanted Vitinha. How crazy is it that, and this is what frustrates you sometimes, isn't it? You look at a player like Vitinha, right, who came from Portugal. And he was wow, do you know one thing I didn't realise? I'm actually shocked by this. Vitinha was at Wolves. I can't believe I didn't know this. I thought that was a different Vitinha. I cannot believe that is the same guy. Vitinha was at Wolves in 2021 season. 19 games for Wolves. He was there for 1 year. Then went to Porto. 2 years at Porto. Then goes to PSG. That is crazy. See, and that winds me up even more because Edu worked with George Mendes. How did they not get Vitinha to Arsenal? He would be outstanding in our midfield. See how much you think Baleba would cost? A lot, bro. When do Bournemouth? I'm all Brighton. When do Brighton sell a player cheap with Long on his contract? They would ask for a lot of money. He is a tank. Start bench sell. Robin, Hazard, Figo. Wow. I suppose I got to go Luis Figo. Didn't he win the Ballon d'Or, Luis Figo? Real Madrid, Barcelona. But then I love the other two as well. Hazard's incredible at Chelsea and Robin was a beast as well. I wouldn't even know which one to bring off the bench. Who's more likely to get you a goal off the bench? I wouldn't want to sell any of them. I feel like I got to start Figo. But the other two were so exciting though. You know? That's a tough one. Vitinha, guys. Vitinha will struggle in the league. Will need the perfect team to thrive. Them small little technical players, you need a good setup around them, don't you, to get the best out of them. Everyone's on to, people are not happy with Odegaard, man. There's a lot of people in the car. I actually don't think Odegaard's been that bad today. But I think people expect more from him. All this pressure in the first set-piece goal to show for it. What else is new, Big C? Odegaard looks lost. Looks a lost cause. Let's not mention Martinelli and Drossard. Martinelli's miss was just winding me up. Fane said Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz and João Neves is just greedy. Well, they were going to sell Fabian Ruiz in the summer. We should have got him. War Eagle, every season we go into missing key players, and then once injuries hit, we start to underplay and bottle the league. I've been supporting Arsenal for over 15 years. It's always the same story. We should be used to it. Every transfer window, we've got a key position not fulfilled in the team. And that's the problem. You watching Liverpool Newcastle? Yeah, I am. Double watch along, people. Double watch along. We will be there. Oh, Josh is at the Emirates. Nice of you to turn up, Josh. No wonder you're smiling. You're delighted at all the money you've made. Second half underway. That's what I mean. How is he at the Emirates and not getting booed? He should be getting booed by all the fans. You flew in for an emergency meeting in January and didn't buy anyone. And you're standing there smiling at our fans. He's going, look at these jerks. Look at these jerks, guys. Be excited. Look at all these clowns giving me loads of money. They should be booing him in the stadium. He should be going back to Stan and saying, yo, they're not happy. But they won't. They probably applaud him. They painted him outside the stadium. Crazy. Earpod Albert, I know you're tuned in. Tell Mikel and Berta to go get Stein from 20. He's a 10, 24 G8, 10.2. I don't know him, to be honest. Fair play for giving us a bit of insight on a different player. I'm having a look at his stats now. Raya clears it. 20 goals this season. 20. FC 20 goals. Sorry, I couldn't help it. 23 years of age. Fair play to him. Good numbers. I haven't seen him, so I couldn't really tell you. Here is Odegaard. What you got? Martinelli on the move. Ah, that is poor Odegaard, man. Gets cleared for a throw-in. Poor pass. Over 4,000 of you in the chat. Big up your damn selves. As always, hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And don't forget, we're sponsored by Proton VPN. Scan the QR code in the bottom corner. Pinned in the chat. Link in the description. Use the code CurtisShawTV. You will get 3 months. 3 months off the 12-month plan. And you got to have a VPN nowadays, people. It's a necessity out here. Oh, the fraud. They're fuming. The community aren't happy. Corner to Arsenal. 2 minutes into the second half. Actually, I better list this this cup final. I'm going to probably redirect to myself so that you guys hopefully stay locked in. Can you redirect to yourself? Surely you can. If not, we'll redirect elsewhere anyway. All right, there we go. We've listed that. 4:15. 4:15 will be live. Carabao Cup final. Liverpool against Chelsea. Chelsea, what's going on today, man? Liverpool against Newcastle. Do we want Newcastle to lose so that Isak thinks, I can't stay here, I'm never going to win anything, I want to leave in the summer? Or do we want Newcastle to win because they haven't won a trophy for 50-odd years and Liverpool are going to win the league anyway, so why give them more trophies? What's our thought process? Or do we just not care? I don't know. How has that not gone out of play? Chelsea on the attack. Neto. Pedro Neto shoots. Good block. That's better from Saliba. Leave Odegaard alone. He's just had a baby. He's still feeding the baby, guys. Ken said, I want Newcastle to win. F Liverpool. Newcastle, bro. Give Newcastle the win. We're not getting Isak, so I want Newcastle. All right, yeah. Do you know what? I'm joining that school of thought. We're not getting the guy anyway, are we? Let's be real. But then I'm trying to keep the faith that Berta's going to do a madness. He's going to come in and be ruthless, you know? Here's Thomas Partey. We need a second goal. We score a second goal, this game's over. Chelsea look poor, but So we think Isak would stay at Newcastle because of the Carabao Cup. Well, I'm thinking though, Leahy, if they win the Carabao Cup, that's a big moment. First trophy in 55 years or 56 years. If they then go and get top 4, they could turn around to him and say, bro, we won a trophy. We've won the Champions League. There's a big bag on the new contract. Do you really need to leave? You know? Look at Aubameyang. You heard his interview. He said he was going to leave Arsenal in the summer. They won the FA Cup and emotionally it captured him. He thought we could go and win other things afterwards. How wrong was he? Okay, let's go for Newcastle win. Here's Thomas Partey. Pick the ball out. Oh, it's blocked, man. You got to find him there. It's good defending. Sanchez collects it for Chelsea. Me, myself, and I, as a Liverpool fan, I'm loving how much Arsenal have come to hate us. Do you know what, bro? I'll be honest with you. I don't hate Liverpool. I just hate the fact you've inflicted pain on me as an Arsenal fan this season. You know, Liverpool have a lot of history and heritage. I actually don't hate Liverpool. But once you go into battle with a club, you have to just really dislike them. I never had any problem with Man City. I used to be like, I quite like Man City. Pep, the football, I had no problem. Liverpool fans kept telling me, once you go in a title race with Man City, you will hate them. We then went in a title race with Man City. I said, look at these plastic cheating frauds. I understand now, people. I understand. Arsenal in possession. 5 minutes gone in the second half. We inflicted our own pain. You know what? You're right. I feel like you're right there. We said no striker. We waved the white flag. Part A in possession. I just think we got to move the ball a bit quicker. We've allowed Chelsea to settle. We had them a bit unnerved in the first half. Free kick to Arsenal. If anything, I hate Arteta more than Liverpool. Well, that's thermal. He said KSC out, Arteta out, mutants out. United are the ops. I always said United were my biggest rival, more than Tottenham. Tottenham is just a postcode thing that they're local, but United was always the ops, bro, growing up. Always the ops. Wenger, Ferguson, all of that. Is that for Fafana again, yeah? Oh, Neto. What's happening with these City Chargers? Nothing, bro. At the most, they'll get a little fine. Neto gets booked for Chelsea. Theo Walcott's birthday today. Oh, fair play to him. Happy birthday. Met him on the tour, man. Cool guy. He was over there as ambassador with Gilberto Silva. And, I spoke to them both a few times over there. Cool guy, man. Big him up. Big him up. 3.8K in the stream. 1.1K likes. What are you doing, you frauds? Hit the likes or you're a Tottenham fan. Big up Plugged In. Best Arsenal fan content out here. And I'm a Liverpool fan. I appreciate that, man. Big up. Free kick to Arsenal. Here's Trossard. Can he do something positive? Crossed in. It's blocked. Goes out for a corner. We'll take that. Aiden said, been watching the Glasgow Derby. How are we playing? We started off all right first 20 minutes. After that, our Rangers won 3-2 against Celtic. Rangers 2-0 up. Celtic got back to 2-2. Rangers with a late winner. Maybe I should have watched that game. Forever a gunner, defence win you titles, but not at Arsenal. That's a good point, actually. We've actually got a great defence. Still ain't winning it. Corner to Arsenal. Can we get another set-piece goal? Declan Rice in the corner. Wonder if the Chelsea fans are abusing him. He was released by Chelsea as a youngster. He's a boyhood Chelsea fan. Headed away. Chelsea on the break. Good tackle, Jurriën Timber. Clamps Pedro Neto. Get up, you clown. Timber rolls it down the line to Martinelli. Wins a throw-in. Loved that from Timber. He's a beast. Look, too strong as well. Enzo came in like he was going to do something. Marino, man. Is an injury for Chelsea. I don't know who that is. Bang! Never touched him. Yellow card for Gabriel. So Gabriel, let me see this. There's a Chelsea player down injured. 2 down injured. Did Gabriel even foul him? He's not arguing much. Yeah, he did. Oof. Could have hurt himself there, you know. Look at Gabriel's leg there. It kind of jars. He gets away with it. Emirates is very quiet. Bro, there's no enthusiasm for the Arsenal fans, man, in the Premier League. Let's be honest. They're there just to support the team. It's very difficult. As I always say, though, fans inside the stadium have more of a responsibility to hype up the fans. George Graham at the game. Former Chelsea player. I never knew that. Obviously, former Arsenal manager. Legend of a manager at Arsenal. Odegaard is our wizard. He can disappear out of games, says Carlos. Oh, dear. Legend, yeah, George Graham, man. Free kick to Chelsea in their own half. Is it heavy eyelids time, people? Is it heavy eyelids time? He was the Spurs manager. Shows how good he was that he went to Tottenham, and yet Arsenal fans still have huge respect for him. Zinchenko for Odegaard. Would he drag him? I mean, he has dragged him a lot of times in games. Chelsea in possession. Good block by Martinelli, and again, well played. And then he plays a heavy... But Marino is slow, man. Marino is so slow. He just got no pace whatsoever. Having Marino up front, you have no option to look for a through ball to him. He's just not going to get it. Here's Odegaard. Come on, this is the position you should be doing bits. He overhits the pass. It's all about the weight of pass there. Odegaard could have been driving into the area. Instead, he's at the corner flag. He has won a throw-in. Get one area on, people. Get one area on. I fell asleep. I don't blame you. I do not blame you, bro. It's not exactly an amazingly exciting game to watch, but hopefully we get another goal. Odegaard kicked down by Cucurella. Stop moaning at the linesman and be stronger, man. Be more aggressive. You play in the Prem, bro. You got to have some aggression. He's got to do more for me, Odegaard. Honestly, you're spot on, Daily Depot. Give this guy, Butler, a run out. Partey's going to foul him. It's a strange game, this. Really strange. Is Josh feeling the excitement? He's probably going to go home and say, we don't need a striker. They got this guy called Marino up front. They got this guy, Dad. Marino? He got a goal. We don't need anybody. Be excited. Oh, here's Neto. Don't let him shoot on his left foot. Ah, he shoots over. It's a boring game, I'll be honest. Mohammed said, just tuning in for vibes. Big up to the community. Big up yourself, bro. Marino. To be fair, Rhinos actually can run a little bit. I don't know if Marino... I don't even know if he's that quick. 12 minutes into the second half. What did Partey do here? Another stamp on the foot. Partey's putting some tough challenges in today, man. He could have been booked as well. Yeah, I'm doing the cup final, man. I'm doing the cup final. So this game, what we got left? Just over half an hour. We'll get this game done for about, what, 20 past 3? Half past 3? I'll quickly do a fan cam. Throw that out. 4:15 will be live for the cup final. I've listed it anyway. So it's there. It's there, people. It is there. As Fofana, oh my days, Fofana finally gets booked. What the hell, bro? How many times? Throws the ball on the pitch when it goes out for a throw, and he should have been sent off. Crazy. The Josh voice, I'm quite impressed with it myself, people, honestly. I really am. Come on, what we got, Deckers? Be strong. Come on, Martinelli. Take him on. Do something. Where you going? You're running down a blind alley, mate. You're running out of pitch. Give it. Trossard. You've been awful as well. Martinelli. Marino. Great save. Good volley. Saved by Sanchez. Lovely technique. Side foot volley. He saves it at the near post. That's what he has got. He's got good technical ability. So when he gets a chance, he's got the confidence to hit it properly. Good ball in, to be fair. Marino is the answer. If Marino's the answer, bro, I need to know the question. Me, myself. Gabriel marauding forward. Referee says no. He thought it was a foul. Neto cuts inside. Saliba, don't let him do that. Clamp him. Don't you dare let him do that. Yeah! Wah! Saliba! Love that. They're showing you the Marino chance. Oh, great technique, you know. Side foot volley. Corner to Chelsea, though. Game's hanging in the balance. Corner to Chelsea. Headed away by Rice. Why is London so cold, bro? We're in spring and it's freezing. Absolutely freezing. Lampard doing bits at Cov. I saw that. Couldn't pay to watch this crap, bro. I told you, apart from Real Madrid. All right, Trossard, you're doing kick-ups, bro, but kick it. You've done all right in the end. And he's won a free kick. Shut up, Enzo. This ref don't want to book no one on their team. Martinelli dribbles like an NPC. Bro, I'm telling you, he should be on Grand Theft Auto. Just walking around the streets. Oh, wow, that's a dive, Trossard. Blatant dive as well, just seen it. Get Trossard off. Martinelli actually started the game quite well. Now he's just going into that clueless mode again. Louis Skelly, 25. Oh, I thought he should have hit that. Trossard. Oh, he's had an absolute stinker, that guy. He can't shoot either anymore. Here's Odegaard. Clips it in. Oh, what is that, man? Jeez. This is... You know how much Wenger went through to make us play football like that? Honestly, the techers on that Marino volley, man. Great save by Sanchez, to be honest. Come on, get Waneri on this pitch. Who else we got on the bench? Zinni. I'd bring Zinchenko on as well, you know, in midfield. Imagine our season with a fit Saka. I still don't think we'd be... I still don't think we'd be top. I don't think we'd be 15 points better off. Although if we win, we'll be 12, maybe a couple games better off. There might have still been a title race of some sort. Sterling's not allowed to play because he's on loan from Chelsea. I saw Butler scored a brace like 2 days ago. What for? Did he play for under 23s? I haven't seen it. Big up to Run. Forever gone up. We will concede a silly goal as we usually do. I really hope not. Although, as you say, that Chelsea are on the attack. Caicedo looking for Nkunku. Rayo clears it up the pitch. Goes out for a throw-in to Arsenal, headed out by, I think it was Cucurella. Big up Javan, who said, yes, Curtis, top stream as always. Saw a video of you on Luton's YouTube talking about England. Did you play for them? Just training it was. Max Downham, you know what? I don't know how good he is in terms of the first team. Sapphire, how to get tickets for the game in Spain? Everyone's looking for tickets, man. Is Odegaard shoots Straight at the keeper with minimal power, as you would expect. And now Odegaard clatters Cucurella. Well, I did ask for aggression, so do you know what? I'm actually happy to see Martin Odegaard get a yellow card. I mean, we know Pillarfoot ain't going to score, but he's just ran and wiped out Cucurella. So I'm quite happy with that. No disrespect, Osimhen needs a better league. Yeah, listen, I spoke about him before the game. 20 goals in 22 games. I would get him. I'd go and get him, definitely. 63 million release clause as well. Come on, man. Zinni scores that. Well, I'd bring Odegaard off, for Zinchenko. And get Trossard off. Martinelli hasn't played well either. But at least he's a bit of pace. He's put a few decent crosses in at least. Frank said our players deserve half their money today. Brilliant from Timber. Here's Trossard. Great dummy. Declan Rice is not on the same wavelength. So that's actually a good dummy from Trossard, but Rice wasn't expecting it. This game's in the balance. I would definitely bring Nwaneri and Zinchenko on. 100%. Come on. Here's Declan Rice. 25 minutes to go. This second half's going quick. We need to score again. Partey. Oh, Martinelli, man. What is that? He can't even control the ball. I was praising this guy in the first half. Now he's gone back to default settings. Oh, my days. You can't take them all off. We don't have any options. Unless we go back to Tierney left wing. Put Calafiori left wing or something. Oh, my. He couldn't even control the ball. We need wingers. We need attacking players. Chelsea in possession. This game's not going to finish with all the players on the pitch, said Ishmael. Can we go back to Biscuits talk? Here's Cucurella, left-hand side. Keeps it in. No, it's not 1-1, people. No fake scores, please. Chelsea in possession. The game's going very slow. Ah, dear. The eyelids are starting to get heavier. I think I'm going to need to use the chair and start chilling. It's boring now. Oh, should just snooze off. Go for a snooze. Wake me up when the full-time whistle goes, people. Ah. It's a snore fest. Why do Arsenal decide when they're 1-0 up that they want to win the game 1-0? It makes no sense. I've never understood it. We're a good enough team to go and score another goal. But we're playing like, you know what? We're 1-0 up. Let's defend and win 1-0. There's always a chance you can concede and get caught out. So I don't get it. I do not get it. Why isn't Arteta making subs? Listen, mate, that guy, 70 minutes plus until he even thinks about subs, bro. Oh, Odegaard. Do you know what? I defended Odegaard in the first half. Second half, he's been atrocious. He's been awful. And not just him either. I don't want it to seem like it's just him. Martinelli's been poor. Trossard's been poor. Even Partey's putting in some mad tackles as well. I mean, you can tell the crowd are not motivated. It sounds very flat, man, at the Emirates. This could end at 1-1. We're playing Arteta ball. I think there'll be one more goal in this game. Here's Martinelli. Oh. Throwing. 32-year-old Isco clears Odegaard. I heard he's cooking at the moment, to be honest. I heard he's absolutely cooking. How has Nwaneri not been brought on yet? Or Zinni? I don't get it. It's crazy. Sinny's just had probably one of his best games for Arsenal in midfield, and he's gonna scrape, if he's lucky, maybe 15 minutes off the bench. And Nwaneri's been our best attacking player for weeks. Did you hear what Capello said about Pep killing football? I heard Pep talk about it in his press conference, but I didn't actually hear what Capello said. That's a free kick. Brilliant from Lewis Skelly. 25 yards out. Capello said Pep has done a lot of harm to football. He said, you know what I don't like about Guardiola? His arrogance. The Champions League he won with City is the only one where he didn't try anything funny. All the other years in Manchester and Munich, on key days, he always wanted to be a protagonist. He would change things and invent them so he could say, it's not the players who won, it's me. Interesting. He said it ruined Italian football, which lost its nature. I said, stop, you don't have Guardiola players. There was also the absurd idea that that was all there was to do to play well. He said it's a disaster and boredom that has made many people flee from football. They only watch the highlights. Why are you going to watch 90 minutes of passes and horizontal passing without fighting and running? Sounds like he's been watching Arsenal this season. Fair play to Capello. I mean, I don't agree with everything he's saying, because just because Pep has a style doesn't mean other clubs have to copy it. That's always my argument. But yeah, it's interesting to hear Pep get called out. Oh, Fofana, yeah. I mean, this guy, he must have to foul 20 times before he gets sent off. I thought Raya was coming up to take the free kick then. I thought it was Chilavert. Old school fans will remember Chilavert. Fofana again, by the way. Come on, Declan Rice. Don't let Odegaard take this free kick, by the way. It'll bounce at least twice before it even makes the goal. Declan Rice, released by Chelsea, boyhood Chelsea fan. How sweet would it be for him to whip this into the top corner? Don't let Odegaard go anywhere near this free kick. Rice can actually hit a ball with power. Martinelli, you're right, just back from injury, still getting over 70 minutes. I can't, well, 19 minutes, we still ain't made a sub. What is going on here? Is Martinelli not just going to get called offside if he bends that in the top corner? I don't know what's going on here. Martinelli is like 10 yards offside. He's blocking the goalkeeper. Surely if Declan Rice bends this in the top corner, Martinelli gets given as offside. Oh, God, we're so bad at set pieces. He's basically just kicked it against a Chelsea player. Look at the state of that free kick, Deckers, man. Oh, my days. You're not Steven Gerrard, Deckers, I'll be honest. You're a long way from Steven Gerrard. You're more like Gerard Butler, mate, the actor. Oh, dear. What kind of free kick was that? The way they were doing that, I thought they had some crazy plan, and it was... Surely if Rice whips that in the top corner, it's disallowed because Odegaard's standing in front of the goalkeeper blocking him. Anyway, corner. Let's hope his corner is better than his free kick. I bet he whips in a great corner. Look, great corner. High, power, header, wide. Martinelli. Anyone got a pillow? This game's putting me to sleep. Snorefest. This will end up... This will, at the most, there's one more goal in this. Fofana, he is on a booking, but he should have been booked 3 times. Is it true Flamini has become a millionaire? I think his actual company is worth over $1 billion. I don't think he owns all of it, though. Curtis Snore TV, you're not wrong, bro. I'm telling you. I'm ready to have a nap. 17 minutes. I'm looking forward to this game finishing. Raya. I think Lewis Skelly's had a good game. Rice gets clamped by Reece James. Goes out for a goal kick. Still no subs, by the way. Still no subs. Maybe Lewis Skelly's nursing a knock or something. Because why would he not have been brought on 16 minutes to go? Timber's been excellent, in my opinion. Saliba wins the header above Neto. Chelsea, strange performance from Chelsea, man. Really strange. They're just going through the motions. They need points for top 4. But that's their problem. Taron said we have a free kick guy in the academy, Rosiak. He needs to teach these guys what to do. Chelsea in possession. Oh, Sancho has been absolutely awful today. And Neto. Why does he cry every time a free kick gets given against him? Absolute crybaby he is. Snorefest. Oh, Chelsea making changes, but we're not. Dewsbury Hall coming on. That was a really strange signing by Chelsea, that was. He just doesn't feel good enough to play for Chelsea. Sancho, oh, mate, honestly, that was troops. That might as well have been troops on the pitch. Waste of time. On Nkunku, I thought, what a player at Leipzig, mate. He looks dreadful. Man said Saka's coming on. No, you lot are disrespectful. Who is that? George, young player. George Saka. You lot are... No, you lot are mad. MJ, another cup final today in shot horror. Yeah, MJ, go easy on us, man. He's always dissing us. Top 10 finish in Europa for us, not bad. I'll take it, all things considered. You're going out, bro. Lacazette and Maitland-Niles will knock you out in the next round, man. But big up, man. Big up for the super chat. This second half has been absolutely dreadful. It's so bad to watch. But I suppose if we win, you just take it. Timu Saka. Ball over top, Saliba. Not a great clearance. Timber is a beast. Is David Raya. Just try your best to stay awake until the end of the game. That's my only aim right now with this. Oh, Odegaard, every time. Oh, he kicked me on my ankle. Oh, help me, Mikel, I'm hurt. Oh, it's Martinelli. Sorry, I apologise, Odegaard. Apologies. Fulham goal. Fulham scored against Nando's. Tell me it was Smith Rowe, please. Muniz. Tottenham are losing to Fulham. AliExpress Saka. Waneri comes on fine. ER, mate. Have 13 minutes. Cheers, Gaffer. Arsenal going to come out with a plush toy of Odegaard's boot. Buy the pillow foot. Win the dog for free. Martinelli's coming off. Bikayo Saka, says JP. Martinelli's off. Well, looks like he's rolling off the pitch because he's down on the floor injured. Maybe you should have took him off sooner, mate. He's come back from injury and you've got a really good winger on the bench. So would he have even took him off if he wasn't kicked to the floor? Real Madrid must be terrified after this performance. Yeah, Rudiger must be shaking. How am I going to handle this attack? Fulham have been brilliant this season, says Terry. Prefer watching them over us. Probably more entertaining. 13 minutes, 2 goals, masterclass incoming, says Andrew. Don't forget, guys, we are doing the cup final. 4:15, I'll be back. I hope it's an exciting game. Rayot comes out, heads it out. He was outside his area. Big up, James. Thank you for the super sticker, bro. Waneri will score. Let's hope so. Tottenham are losing 1-0. Fulham. Muniz has given them the lead. I kind of like Fulham. They're like because we got a few Arsenal players there, ex-Arsenal, Iwobi, Leno, Smith Rowe, obviously Nelson was there. I like them winning. Is this Fakayo Saka any good? Me, myself, and I said, Kurt, so you're doing a watch along for Newcastle versus the best club in England. Didn't know Newcastle were playing Arsenal. All right, no, not the way we're attacking, to be honest. I am doing a watch along, 4:15. I hope to see you guys all back. There's 4,100 of you in the chat. Big up the Twitch gang as well. The whole C unit. Hope to see you guys back at 4:15. Chelsea have a player named Sakayo Baka. You lot are lying, surely. You're actually making me Google it just to check. It's not possible. Oh my days, it's showing up. Nah, it's a wind-up. You've just paid and trolled me. Thoughts on the Julian situation? James, you know what? I spoke about it the other day, bro. I gave my thoughts. I think it was 2 videos ago. The goal thing's going off. It was for Fulham, guys. Ignore it. I'm deleting it. It's winding me up. It was for Fulham. Ignore it. You forgot Willian. Well, I tried to forget Willian, to be honest. Here's Trossard at the byline. Loads it back. Odegaard, you got in his way, man. Why is he not screaming at Marino there to move? That's handball. Do you know what, ref? Just blow the whistle. I've seen enough. This game is an absolute snorefest. Just put us out of our misery. It's an exciting football day. Don't ruin it by making us watch games like this. They should use these games as detention. Kid does something wrong. All right, listen, guys, you've been terrible at school today. You're going to have to stay for 90 minutes after school and watch prime Arteta football. Another substitution for Chelsea. Reece James comes off. Is the Nico Williams rumour true? Oh, well, we're in for him, aren't we? But I think what's happened with Nico Williams, just from what I've seen and read, obviously don't have any definite insight. I think he was going to go to Barcelona. I think Rafinha's been so good for them this year that they don't see Williams as a priority because they've got Lamine Yamal and Rafinha. So maybe there's an opportunity to get him. In the Daily Mail today, said Arsenal have made contact with his representative. So we'll see. Lewis Skelly got caught there, but he got away with it. Nico Williams, not for me. Scored 2 great goals. Well, not great goals. Good goals the other day, but he's not the best. He looks like he needs time and space, and you don't get that most weeks at Arsenal. So what is he any good against a low block? That's what I want to know. Do you think we can win the Champions League? We need luck like you've never seen luck before to win the Champions League. I don't see how this attack beats Real Madrid. It's Trossard. Look at that. Look at the state of that pass. You know what I mean? How are you supposed to score when you can't even pass a simple ball like that? Big up Alex, who said, Milan fan here. I enjoy your channel. Big up to you, Alex. Appreciate the super chat. Alexander, should I say. Alex for short. Big up. We'll take Liao. Cut price deal, though, please. Thank you. Thank you. I like that guy in midfield. Is it Reinders as well? Good player. Very good player. Saliba bullies Neto there. Home team's winning 1-0. Leicester v United. That's later on, right? Is that 7 o'clock? 7 minutes to go of this absolute snooze fest of a game. Big up Fame with the super chat. Big up Joey. Big up from South Texas. Call me crazy, but I have a weird feeling we're going to frustrate Madrid when we play them. They could also smash us, of course. Yeah, we are so defensive that they might struggle, but them 1v1s where some of our players are dealing with them, you're going up another level, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're talking Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Mbappe. Big up James, who said you'll never walk alone. Big up. And forever we'll probably get Nico Williams from Forest, the right back. Yeah, we'll buy the wrong one. Out of the race and it's boring. The fans don't even look motivated. The atmosphere sounds awful. And I haven't got the volume on full, but what I can hear, I'm like, it's a London derby against Chelsea. There's empty seats scattered all around the ground. And there's hardly any noise. The fans know it's gone. Second half, we've hardly created anything. Come on, come on. Waneri, Odegaard gives it away. He's been terrible. He's been terrible second half. Chelsea on the break. Oh, we could be in trouble. Chip to the back post. Cucurella above. Timber saved by Raya. Oh, my days. How have we only made one substitution? How has Zinchenko not got a runner? Odegaard gives the ball away, flicking it, and then we get caught on the break. There's a thing called a time and a place, Martin. Listen, I said, didn't I, 2 weeks ago, when somebody asked me that question, I said, Bruno's better than him. And a lot of you were very annoyed with that comment, but I'm telling you, he's better. He's way more clutch than him. He is that little rat, that little cheat, but he takes responsibility. He never hides. Do you know what I mean? Odegaard can't carry that responsibility on his shoulders. There's no doubt he's a talented player. Gusto's on now and tossing for Chelsea. Another 2 more changes. Odegaard isn't a 10, he's an 8. Bro, whatever he is, he ain't doing enough. Having the ball at your feet and needing to find a pass, it doesn't matter if you are a 10 or an 8. James said, why are you pessimistic fan? You should be more like Ty. It's all about opinions, mate. If we lost 5-0, Ty would be optimistic. I respect that about him. But we're all our own individual fan. I'm pessimistic about Arsenal because we haven't won a trophy for 5 years, haven't won a title for 21 years, a League Cup for 30 years, and never won a Champions League. Apart from that, I'm very optimistic, James. Very. And we have a dog called Win. Danette, your watch-alongs have kept me out of the pub. Entertainment levels are fire. Why has Arteta's weakness been when to put subs on? Oh, mate. He's doing his apprenticeship at Arsenal, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's learning on the job. Here's Cucurella. Dewsbury Hall on the overlap. Chelsea have been awful, and we're keeping them in the game. We should be 2 or 3-0 up. Game over. Fulham 2-0. Well done, Fulham. Fulham beating Tottenham 2-0. Cheeky Nando's on a Sunday. Sessegnon with the second goal. Didn't he play for Tottenham? Chelsea in possession. 3 minutes to go. I actually can't wait for this game to finish, I'll be honest. I'll be totally honest. I'm looking forward to the cup final. We'll be live at 4:15, people. Liverpool-Newcastle. Chelsea on the attack. Right-hand side. 3 minutes left. Neto whips in with his left foot. Flicked on. Cleared by Odegaard. Our attack is the worst in the league. It's terrible. In Jamaica, usually people name dogs after someone they hate. Well, we hate winning, so that would make sense. John said, I don't like Arsenal, but I respect Curtis. He's one of the Arsenal fans that are living in reality. Back to life. Back to reality. Arteta, out! Yardman. Singing North London Forever before the game and being silent for the rest. That's our motto, says Forever a Gunner. Curtis Gusto. Light skin with cane rose. You look like him. Anyway, how awful is this match? Yeah, terrible. I mean, you've got vodka in your name. You probably need to drink a vodka to watch this. If we play like this against Real Madrid, we'll lose 10-0. And that'll just be the first half, mate. But like you said, we might frustrate them with our stinky tactics. 2 minutes till the game finishes. We can't wait. The full-time whistle will be the most exciting part of this match. Honestly. The full-time whistle, I might celebrate it more than the goal. One substitution. Fofana got dragged off as well. He should have been sent off twice. At least once. If I'm Zinchenko today, I'm like, I have no future at this football club. You've played in midfield, scored a banger, had a good game, and you don't even come on. Josh has already left. Wonder what Josh thinks about this football. You're right. They should be booing him. Oh, Kieran Tierney's coming on for 1 minute. Odegaard dragged. Probably 20 minutes too late. Gabriel, he should give Gabriel that armband permanently, mate. How many times are you going to rub his nose? That's 3. Then spit. Then rub again. That's 4. 4 times. And one more as he was walking off. Quick one on the arms. 5 times walking off the pitch. Snot rub, snot flick, spat out. Oh, Havertz is there. Saka's there as well. Anyway. Odegaard second half, dreadful. I don't know how Trossard's still on the pitch. I don't know how Zinchenko hasn't got minutes. It's Cucurella, left-hand side, whips it in high. Headed away. 4 minutes added on at the end of the game, people. Here's Waneri. Oi, Cucurella. Clamps him and wins the throw-in as well. He let him know he was there. It's Kieran Tierney, lad. It's Kieran Tierney, lad. He's on, people. He's got a whole minute to prove himself. Lawrence, big up, bro. Rice is a 6, playing as an 8. Odegaard's an 8, playing as a 10. Havertz is a 10, playing as a 9. Our left-backs are centre-backs or midfielders. Everything is random and messed up. It's crazy. Snake Eyes, why are so many academy players leaving for other clubs? We let so many gems leave. I mean, Heaven the other night, man, looked quality for United. And obviously they got Chido Obi offers as well. These guys obviously didn't see a route into the first team, unfortunately, but maybe with Waneri and Lewis Skelly, it will show them that they can stay here in future. Mohammed, I'm shaking my head. How do we go from Vavavoom to Stank Tetable? I don't know what this is. From Vavavoom to, yeah. Do the stanky leg. Stank! Do the stanky leg. Stank, stank! Get Wenger back. From Vavavoom to Doomaloom. I like that one. I like that one. Anyway, 2 minutes more of this misery. Waneri wins a throw-in. Just end it, ref, please. We just want the AFCON, ref, now. Just blow your whistle. End it, please. We're winning the league. Well, maybe on FIFA or Football Manager. Oh. I don't even know if we've had a proper shot. Nah, that Marino one second half, actually. Yeah, all the fans are gone, mate. There's a fire drill. They all leave early. They all leave early. Listen, it's 3 points. I said it to you in the week. The league games are going to be difficult to watch till the end of the season. Maresca and Timber. I thought he was trying to speak greasy to him there. I said, yo, you better relax. You better relax, Maresca. Timber is outstanding. I'm sorry. He's so good. I honestly, I think Timber's one of the best right backs in the league. Such an animal. We're winning the league in a time capsule. Big up Big C. What is that? Sorry, I missed that one. Would you still take Arteta if we make it to the Champions League final? He's got to win it. I give him a... Nah, listen, if he got past Real Madrid, I'll give him huge credit. I'll give him huge credit. There's Dewsbury Hall. Clips it in. Great header. Great header, Gabriel. Great header, Gabriel. Just nods it back to David Raya under pressure. That should be 3 points in the bag. Finally, this game's over. Are you covering World Cup qualifiers? Only if two big teams are playing each other. I haven't even seen the fixtures. Oh, dear. All right, the whistle's gone. Yes! Yes! Get in there. It's over. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Have mercy on us, people. Put us out of our misery. We don't have to watch that stinky football anymore. That 3 points stinks. And I mean stinks. That was that stinky pack, people. We stank the joint. 3 points, 20 members. Welcome. Big up yourself, Mohammed. Listen, well done. We won. We won. I wanted Arsenal to win. 1-0 clean sheet. Not nice to watch. Not nice to watch. Entertainment level 0, but 3 points. It is what it is. Three points, job done. Wasn't pretty to watch. Also, Spuds are getting cooked. Cooked by Fulham. Listen, anybody who didn't watch the game today wouldn't waste your time watching the highlights. I tell you that. People saying they're playing good music. I can't even hear it in the background. Listen, it's a win. It's 3 points. We can't really say much more about it, to be honest. I'm not singing and dancing with excitement. Big up Mohammed, who gifted 20 memberships to the community. Big up yourself. 20 new members, man. Always great to see the community growing, of course. As I said, people, I will be back at 4:15 for the Carabao Cup final. That was a hard game to watch, man. Really difficult. And I think the games are going to get worse in the Prem because the motivation's not there. I just don't know if the group have got any motivation to really, you know, we've got to go to Anfield and games like that. I think it's going to be horrible. 2-week international break. I'm not actually that disappointed. I'm just looking forward to Real Madrid. Just get us to the Real Madrid game. Big up Mohammed, man. Welcome to the 20 new members. TNM. Big up for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Rambir would love to see a show with Curtis Troops, DT, and Lee Gunner. Would be epic. Not sure that show would ever happen, people. A few of the people on that show, no problem. But, you know, if I speak, I'm in big trouble. And I don't want to get in big trouble, people. Anyway. Anyway, 1-0, 3 points, clean sheet. Timber, man of the match for me. I don't think there's any doubt about it. He was the best player on the pitch today. Outstanding performance. And we got the job done. We got the job done. That's all I can really say about the game. The fan cam, I mean, what am I going to say in the fan cam? Clean sheet, well done. Timber, great. Good goal by Marino. See you tomorrow. Hit the like button and subscribe. I could do the fan cam in 30 seconds. Chelsea were absolutely awful. Chelsea were awful. I mean, looking at their team today, Nkunku must be 60, 70 million. Sancho, he's on loan. Neto cost 60. Caicedo cost 110, 15. Enzo cost 110. Colwell came through the academy, I think. Fofana must be 70 million. Cucurella was 50, 60 million. It's a dreadful performance. But anyway, let's leave them. We're not interested in them. One thing I will say, if we attack like that, we won't lay a glove on Real Madrid. You know, we've got to find a way to create more. The thing I don't understand, we start off first 20 minutes. We're playing well. We score a decent goal. Chelsea look flat. I'm thinking, go and beat them 2 or 3-0 and put this game out of sight. And then we sit back and retreat. I don't understand it. There's no need for it. You know, we can play on the front foot and beat teams. I don't get it. Last season, second part of the season, we were cooking. The year before, we were brilliant to watch. It's almost like we score, then put the handbrake on. And I don't understand that. I think this team needs more freedom. And I think Arteta is the one putting that handbrake on the group. So I don't really get that. I don't really get that. We're not enjoyable to watch, which you haven't often said that about Arsenal. And listen, it's an important 3 points, not because we're going to win the league, which of course the league's gone, but there was no guarantee we were getting top 4. And I think today it puts us in a healthy position. You know, we're 9 points clear of Chelsea in 4th. We're 10 points clear of Manchester City in 5th. I don't see any way that we don't get top 4 now. Not that top 4 is something to be singing and dancing about. Is the goal thing going off again? I'm taking that off. It's winding me up now. It's got a mind of its own. Liverpool top, 12 points clear, better goal difference. They've won the league. It's just a shame because you look at it and think 12 points. We've drawn 10 games. There's at least 3 or 4 games that we should have won. And we'd be maybe within a few points of Liverpool, but too little too late, people. The goal difference isn't good enough. We're 16 goals behind Liverpool. There's your answer. You don't buy a striker, you don't buy a decent winger, you don't score enough goals to win a league title. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why we're not top or even closer to Liverpool. But I think top 4 will pretty much be secured now, but we need to do better. We need to do better. Moving forward, we've got to sign better players. We need to invest heavily in this attack and midfield because we should be within a few points of Liverpool going all the way in the title race, and we're 12 points behind in March. So it feels like what could have been this season. I think last season, even though I think we should have won the league, Man City didn't lose a game from December in the Premier League. So you could at least fall back and go, well, Man City were faultless for half a season. The season before we lost Saliba, we had Holding in the team. It didn't feel like we were ready to win it. But this year, we should have been prepared, and we weren't. And that was the club's fault. So what could have been, people? What could have been? But anyway, all eyes switch to that Real Madrid game, and we see what we can do. Maybe we can play so boring that we make them fall asleep, and we nick the game 1-0. Maybe Mbappe will just doze off on the pitch, you know, and we'll nick it 1-0. Who knows? Who knows, people? Right, I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to redirect. Can I redirect to myself, or does that not work? If it doesn't work, then we'll redirect to someone else. Because people have been redirecting to me, so we will redirect. Can I redirect to myself, or do I even need to, really, to be honest? You guys, I'm live at 4:15 for the Carabao Cup final. Who's live? Is Troops live? In fact, I saw on Troops Insta, I think he's in Barcelona, isn't he? I don't think Troops is live. Is Potsy live? Is Potsy live? I'm sure. Don't Potsy go to the games? Did he do a watch-along? I thought he went to all the home games. Even he's had enough. I don't think he is live, is he? Is anyone awake after that? Yeah. He's there. Let's go to Potsy. Let's go to Potsy. I can never find his page when I type it in. Football's 12. Why does it not show up? Football's 12. Every time I try and search for his channel, it doesn't show up when I redirect. I have got no idea why. He's live as well. It's not showing up. 12th man. Oh, yeah, it's there. We got it. Right, there we go. We'll redirect to Potsy. People, I'm redirecting you to Potsy, but at 4:15, sneak out of there and get back over here. Big up Potsy. 45 minutes with Potsy, then get back over here, people. Listen, really appreciate your support as always. Legendary community. Hit the like button and subscribe. I've redirected to Potsy. I will be back at 4:15. Liverpool against Newcastle. Watchalong. Hope to see you all then. Arsenal beat Chelsea 1-0. If you're still awake, we'll probably get second place now. But what does second place really mean? Take care, everyone. Bless.